from the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear Tec Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial. Our apparel partners are 656, accessory partners Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner is none other than Aimlab. It's going to be your boy Aggressive back on the hot seat once again, and I can see that my Sick Boy universe is finally back. He's here once again. He's feeling a lot more better, but yeah, I'm going to be giving him a little bit of a break. I'm going to be doing a little bit more of a heavy lifting because he's been having a rough day, and it seems as though he also has a green screen. What is this background behind you? You look majestic. You look as though you are the universe yourself. And as we do head on down over towards today's fixtures once again, ladies and gentlemen, universe, I'm going to be handing over the mic to you. How are you feeling? And how are you also feeling about this matchup?
Oh, I'm absolutely feeling amazing. I'm ecstatic, and I am ready for what we have in store today. Valor from the upper brackets having being put down, and FSESPORTS. We are doing the lower bracket matches today. The bit of a surprise did come in where, when we saw Team Exploit come down, who we will be talking about during the 8 p.m. match. But with the match in hand, I think that this is something that is going to be a really, really tough fight. I think that we're going to probably see a couple of overtime matches, possibly because FSESPORTS have been on a great run of form in this season. They've given Velocity a run for their money in the first time they did face them in the group stages, but this time around, Velocity, well, they showed them who's boss. And Valor, well, they have been constant, qualifiers for the playoffs. This is the third time that they've made it here, but no real impact in the playoffs, that Valor have been able to give per se. But this time, thanks to their positioning in the lower brackets against teams that they have beaten before, they can maybe go ahead and take the positioning to maybe the semifinals, or who knows, the grand finals. But it's all about timing. It's all about finding out who is going to end up following down to the lower brackets, because there's a lot more matches to go. But before we do talk about anybody else, let's have a look at the MVP standings, powered by Crucial, to understand who is on the top. And it's not going to be changing. It's just that Sai has taken a little bit of a jump from fourth to third, and everybody else remains the same, as Deathmaker with the crown on his head, and Paradox is tough on his back to try and find that. And maybe, well, they can. Nobody from Valor or the side of FS here today, but I'm pretty sure a couple of players who could be here, just a couple of paces out, right?
Yeah, especially from the side of Weird. I think that Deadly 10, he's looking to see if he can get his way up towards Strix once again, regain his number 4 position, and possibly just break his way through. Because Deadly's been one of those players that we've been waiting for him to show up for a pretty long time. And finally, he has the chance going up against Exploit. Yeah, the 8 p.m. game, we have a lot to talk about there. Sadly, I'm not going to be there. You're going to stay there, I'm pretty sure, because you're casting both of the matches. So I'm going to be leaving all of that analysis towards your side. But for now, Deadly is the main person that we are expecting to push his way down over towards the MVP standings. And I personally do believe that the number 1, number 2, and number 3 positions are pretty much untouchable if Sai continues his winning streak. The way that he has been playing, it's just phenomenal. The way that he's able to position himself, the way that he has been so impactful on the Sova, it's insane. But Paradox, he has something to prove. While Deathmaker, he's just doing Deathmaker things. He's just on that number 1 spot. He doesn't even give a damn about what happens in the server if he still has the frags on his side. He's just that good. But for now, we're going to be heading straight on down over towards the playoff brackets to see exactly which teams have moved up, which teams have moved down. How's it going to be looking on the upper brackets? Is it going to be looking at the lower brackets? Because the upper brackets are shaping up to be something really interesting already because of the way that the matches are being played out. Primarily, one of the biggest things are the match between the side of Velocity and ENIGMA. This is something that could go the distance, but at the same time, everything could just fall apart there as well. Because ENIGMA, if they're able to pull off a massive upset and then send down Velocity over towards the lower brackets, that's going to be a big underdog story right then and there. Not really an underdog story, but that's going to be a story for in the making, because ENIGMA, they don't have the best track record against Velocity, because Velocity just beat them out over and over again. But this new roster of ENIGMA, it feels as though they could shine really brightly if they are able to get into the proper groove.
Yeah, I have to believe so as well. I think that ENIGMA really have their best chance right now to put Velocity in a confused state, because ENIGMA have looked like they are a team that needs to be feared. Valor were beaten 2-0. I really thought that match would go to the distance, but ENIGMA showed their power and they put a little bit of a stomping force on the ground, and they took out Valor. And Valor, as a result of that, are now facing FSESPORTS. Velocity beat them. Now, it's about the better of two teams who have not, I wouldn't say struggled to get to the playoffs. I think both the teams have done a pretty great job. Valor were on the cusp of not making it through, but they won it out in their last match against M42 Esports in an offline match, and they did come through. They they shunned SAUL, who were who were in their place. They were on fourth until the very last match, and after that it was Valor to take the cake, and here they are. But let's have a straight up look at who we've got on our plate here, because there's no more delays to what we know Team Valor to be. Let's have a look at what exactly the boys of Team Valor have got for us. We know this lineup all too well, and I think that you might just add a little bit of spice to it.
Yeah, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Team Valor, they have been trying their hardest to be that squad that will always be in the back of the minds of a lot of these other tier 1 organizations. Team Valor, they have the potential of being a tier 1 team, but inconsistencies, man. Yesterday's game, like when I was casting it with Salty, it was just a heartbreaking story and a half, because consistency just wasn't there. Shots were being missed, plays were being read in the wrong way, and Team Valor, they didn't look like the squad that we know and love them to be. That's why it's so harsh, because Valor, they know what they really need to do. They know what engagements they really need to take, but at times they just start making those mistakes and they just don't know how to come on back from it now, do they? And if they keep on falling apart like this, especially against FS, who can carry momentum forward in a matter of a couple of seconds as soon as they snap their fingers, Valor, they're going to be in a pretty tough spot. But what Team Valor have in comparison to the side of FS is a lot more experience under their belt. They know what they're doing. But when it comes down to team play and coordination, I would personally say that FS, they're looking a lot more stronger analytically and from the matches that we have seen them play throughout the entirety of the gauntlet. Yeah, Team Valor is good, but if they're not having a good day, it feels as though their bad day just isn't even close to their good days at all. It doesn't even
Yeah.
come close to their average. While FS on their bad days, they're close to their average at the bare minimum, so they have a chance of winning out on an engagement, a chance of winning out on a round. That's what the real trouble is. But let's see who's going to be the most consistent player coming on down through from the side of Team Valor as we head on down over to the crucial player spotlight. And yeah, it's just going to be the consistent man himself, being Hunter. Hunter, an absolute beast when it comes down to the side of Team Valor. Team Valor, without him, they don't really have an identity now, do they? Hunter is like a must have. If you think of Team Valor, it's always this man on the poster.
Yeah, I think Hunter, honestly, with the way he functions around the team is something that Valor basically thrive upon. It's kind of their game style to, have his leadership in the game, because without that, they're kind of on a lost track, which, you know, at times Valor can perform without Hunter, but I think that when they, want anybody to show up in the big games, it is this man right here. He's been an absolute beast for them. To have 107 assists is not a joke, first of all, because we all know as a Sova, assist is your thing. But if you cross that number 100, you know you've done something great. And not to forget, his kills and deaths are not that far apart either. As the initiator, you see this guy, he's always fragging. There's rarely a bad game that he has. He's always hitting 15 plus 17 plus numbers, and he supports his team in the best way possible. So of course he had to be in the spotlight, and he is going to be the star player for the side of Valor today, unless we have somebody else support him or somebody else take it all by themselves. But we're that something we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Valor, they're just gonna have to rely on Hunter a little bit more than they usually do because information against FS is the most crucial factor because FS as a team, they have a tendency of kind of getting control of sides of the map where they really have no business getting control over. So with all of those factors coming into play, Hunter is going to play a crucial part throughout all of this. But hey, we're talking about the side of Team Valor a little bit too much. FS, they're going to get starting to get a little bit more jealous. So let's head on down over to the team intro for the side of FS, ladies and gentlemen, and see exactly what they're going to be cooking up for us. And Universe, talk us right through the squad because personally, it feels as though the side of FS, they have a different feel of the game entirely. Normally, what do we think about a team whenever we consider the game of Valorant? We always think of something calm, think of something collective, something aggressive, something defensive, or maybe just a good mix of both where they have a middle ground of proper discipline and proper aggression, knowing when to switch things up. But for FS, it's like a completely different ball game. You cannot predict these people. They're so unpredictable that it's not even funny anymore, especially when you consider the players such as Dominic and Cortez. They are such coin flips from time to time that you have no idea what's going to happen. They enter into a site and they
Yeah.
just get like 4 kills out of absolutely nowhere. Or they try to enter into a site and they die the most horrendous deaths possible, and then everyone else is trying to pick everything up. And then you have the other people in front of you who are players like B2, Cactus, and Coley.
Yeah.
They're like, they scream consistency, but the others, they're trying to fit into their role still. But slowly but surely, FS, they have showcased why they're here in the playoffs as well. Last time around in season number 2, they had a heartbreaking loss and they were just not going to be the ones to make it over into playoffs. They fought their way back and finally they're here. Now, going up against Team Valor, a team that I would personally say is very close to them when it comes down to the terms of their skills. If they're able to go past that hurdle of their problems when it comes down to raw execution of their strategies, they can take out Team Valor. go that extra mile and just shut them down as fast as they possibly can. That's what we are hoping for, but it feels as though FS, they need to try a lot more harder. And let's see who's going to be trying the hardest from their side as we head on down over to the crucial player spotlight for their end. And Universe took us right through Kohli.
Yeah, Kohli, well, of course it had to be the battle of the initiators today. You know, Kohli is an amazing player. He's pretty much got the same kind of stats that, we've seen from Hunter as well, except that he's got a lot more kills because there were a couple of matches where Hunter did not play for Valor, but Kohli, I think he played every single one of those matches. And it's just amazing that these guys have put up such great numbers this season. FS, they've had this crazy revelation, to be honest. They've kept their consistency. It's like they've almost stepped up a notch, completely from what they were the past 2 seasons. And it's great to see this kind of a team come up and be recognized across the platform for what they do. 266 kills, 276 stats, not a bad ratio at all. 148 assists. That is a huge number, and an ACS of 206. Great numbers from Kohli here. He's probably looking to make it a positive KD today, and he may be, but he's got a huge fight ahead of him, and that is Hunter, a big brain Sova main who will take you for everything that you are with a Hunter's Fury, a Shock Dart. Hell, he can do anything with all of his utility. He's just so good at getting information out of his opponents, and Kohli will have to match that today, or else efforts are going to have a tough time. But I'm really interested to know where exactly are we going to be playing these games, because knowing FS and Valor, I should expect an Ascent in it, but I'm not quite sure. I want to know where exactly we're going. And to know that, let's head on down towards the map, Vito, to see what we have in store today. Well, forgive me, there is no Ascent, and that actually makes me happy.
Yeah, for the first time, we're not going to have to cast some Ascent, but at the same time, how many times have you casted Icebox in game number 1?
Yo, I love Icebox. I love Icebox.
No. I love Icebox as well. That's not the problem here, but Icebox is game number 1. That is really rare, and FS, they didn't pick up the map of Haven themselves. Haven and Split are possibly one of the most common map pickups for FS, but they chose Icebox over anything else. A little bit of a question mark in my eyes in general, because they're trying to play their hand against the side of Team Valor, because they know for a fact that Valor, they don't have the best of days when it comes down to the map of Icebox, but still their win rates are nothing to scoff at. Because Hunter, this is his domain. We have seen Hunter drop 35 kills on this map alone.
Yeah.
So
I think this is FS having this as a huge opportunity, and I honestly would love to see how exactly they play out this one, because I love the way that FS play. I think that they have a great set of players this season. It's continued from last season. We've seen these young guns come in. They've been around for all 3 seasons now. First season as Fang, second season as FS, and here they've taken up a notch to what their game style as we know to be, and them being confident to move away from Ascent, to find themselves calling Icebox as their home map, and finding maybe another one, another map that they could call, for example, Split is another map that I know FS are really comfortable with. It's really nice and heartwarming to see these guys come out of their shell and become a team that they are. And I think this is probably their best opportunity. Haven might be a little difficult. I think that Icebox is a map that they should be picking up as dominantly as possible. They should go for that 8-4 half at the bare minimum, if not 7-5 given, but they are an attack. So they're going to have to try to spice things up, move things around a bit, and take somehow an early advantage, an early lead, win the pistol, try to win the bonus on the back, 2 rounds back of it as well, and then start making your moves slowly, start digging deep into that pot of gold of strats where you can make a difference against Valor, because you've seen them play, you've played against them, and this is your chance to prove your mettle against one of the top teams. if you want to become one. I think that Icebox is definitely something that FS should be winning. And going into Haven, I would say that maybe I would say it's almost 55-45. I think 55 for Valor, 45 for FS, because I'm not quite sure about them on Haven. They've stuttered a bit in their recent past, but Split is again split across the middle, I would say. But I still think that FS, if this goes to a third map, FS are still on top of this.
FS, they should be the ones to bring it all away for their side, because in a way, FS, they're just much more of a momentum-based team. They know what they really want to do. They know how to bring in the pain. They know how to bring in the hurt. But Team Valor, they also know how to counteract all of that. So that's why this map is just, this match in general, when you consider the set, is such a coin flip. We have no idea what to expect from both of these squads. We have no clue who's going to be the one to win everything out. Statistically, they're both pretty much similar. You saw the stats coming on down through from Kolia and Hunter. And these kind of stats are the same all across the board. Look at Cactus. Cactus switching from a Killjoy to a Jet consistently from time to time. There's so many changes that are happening throughout all of the maps of FS that you can't really pinpoint one specific thing about them that they don't really switch up. And these type of constant switch ups will throw even the most seasoned teams off their balance. And that's why in that sense FS were able to take one round against Velocity previously. Yeah, they did lose out on a 2-0, but I do believe they have gone back to the drawing board. They have told themselves that, okay, this is what really happened against Velocity. We were not in the best shape. We were trying to take a lot more of those different engagements, long-range gunfights way too often. So how do we fix that? You play for the trades, you play a little bit more in the favor of your own utility. And with that, they should be able to bring it all back, especially with Cactus now being so crispy once again. Cactus, he was having a little bit of an off day previously when it came down over onto the group stages. He was having a rough time, but now he's back in form because first initial match on playoffs against Velocity, this guy barely missed a single headshot. Every single kill that he got was a headshot. So if he's able to bring that same level of aim today up against Team Valor, we know for a fact who's going to be the one showing up.
Oh yeah, I'm just excited. I'm waiting to see what exactly is going to be the storyline for today, because I really think that this is a matchup of similar titans. I think that they have grown. Valor have been around the upper echelon of tier 2 and just scraping the first set of steps towards tier 1, but they really haven't broken through that shell yet. Whereas FS, they've come off of their own shell, and now they are looking to maybe give competition to the top teams here. Just a little bit more hard work, a little bit more, teamwork, a capacity to find themselves in multiple situations where they can adapt and overcome, and maybe, get some more strategies in place. But all that is for, speculation, because if they win against the side of Valor here today, then it is going to be a great setup of a storyline for them. I think that they are going to be considered as a force to be reckoned with. They already are, but if they do win today, then FS are going to knock Valor out, which, by the way, is a huge thing here. Both these teams are fighting for their life in the tournament right now. This is the lower brackets, and every match they play, every map they play has to be played like it's one of their last.
They can't make any more mistakes. This is where they are possibly going to start falling apart here if they're not careful, primarily because you got to remember, there are no more second chances. You're already in the lower brackets. One small misstep, one slip up, and you're gone. And in the lower brackets, I need to make sure to highlight this over and over again. If you get map number 1, map number 2 cannot be won back. There's multiple different situations. If you're not able to win out on your own home map, map number 2 is just not going to go in your favor. In the lower brackets in general. In the upper brackets, it's a completely different story, because in the upper brackets, we have seen the constant age-old Valorant storyline. You win out on your opponent's map, and then you lose out on your own. That's always the case here. So will that be the case once again for the lower brackets as well? Statistically, when we consider all of the curses and all of the different strategies that we have seen coming on down through from the side of all these teams, I don't think it's going to be the case here. So moving on down the line from that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for all of the delays. We are having a little bit of a technical difficulty from the side of the players. We're trying to fix everything up. And with that, as we are going to be waiting, Universe, I want your thoughts when it comes down to the agent selection for the side of Icebox. And hey, just as I was talking about the side of the agent selection, my producer's like, yo, agent selection's ready. We're going to be jumping straight into that. And right off the get-go, we can already see that Pasha going onto that Viper. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I love his Astra, but his Viper, in my eyes at least, has been a little bit underwhelming.
I think that he's been pretty okay. I wouldn't
he's been
say
underwhelming in the sense that, not the Pasha level of overwhelming. Like, when he's on an Astra, you can feel his presence, but on a Viper, it's just, he has a much more passive approach.
To be honest, he is up against somebody of a great skill set. Dominic has been an absolute beast since he's entered into this roster. From the beginning of the season, he wasn't really that recognized, but the way he started off this tournament, they had this boost that kind of gave this team a push, and they went straight up to win so many matches. FS and now, with this here matchup, this is probably their most important. They have to win this first map at any cost to move ahead. It's pretty much going to be the same lineup. We all expect this from Icebox. This is the default Icebox lineup, as I call it. We've got the Viper. We've got the double Sentinel setup between Sage and Killjoy. And that's basically how you would expect it to go. That's how it's going to be. Cactus with the Jet going up against JN. We've got the Sova battle between Coley and Bullet this time, rather, because we are going to be seeing Hunter not present in this match either.
This is going to be a rough one because now without Hunter, how are they going to make a lot of these different executions? He was that menace always on this map. You can't really pull a fast one against Hunter now, can you, on this map in particular? So
he had some crazy lineups.
Yeah, dude, he just knows how to land those lineups. I have seen him throw a shock dart from B that lands on the default spot of A. And I'm sitting here being like, when did he throw this shock dart? And he's still running around somewhere on mid trying to get a kill. And that shock dart that he threw from B still got a 90 damage tag on 2 people who are planting on A. And then I'm sitting there being like, huh. Sure, buddy.
I mean, that's just Hunter things, I guess.
It's just Hunter doing Hunter things. He has a bow and arrow and he's like, yo, you're my prey today. Let's see if he can find a couple of good kills, but sadly he's not going to be here. Instead, it's going to be Strokey. Strokey, of course, being an absolute god when it comes down to his raw mechanical skill. He can bring in a level of pain that pretty much no one else can. The way that he lurks, the way that he's able to find himself in positions that his opponents do not expect, could be a little bit of a spice added onto the mix of the side of Team Valor that the side of FS, they're just not ready to handle. But at the same time, I digress. This is the exact same compositions going up against one another. It's a 1-to-1. So whoever plays it better, whoever has the better lurks, I would say, will be the ones to win, because Icebox in general is a map that you play around your utility as often as you possibly can, but with the compositions are exactly the same and you have a feel for each other's game plans, then it's all about having map control. Whoever established the better map control when it comes down to the raw rotations and of course the lurks are gonna be the ones to win out. Which team will it be here? Will it be Valor with the X factor that they have as Strokey, being the one with the incredible aim and game sense to just completely shut everyone down? Or will it be FS, who have the idea of what they really need to do when it comes down to taking initiative? 2 different ideologies now going up against one another. But I don't know, man. I feel as though personally FS, they have that edge against Valor because of the way that they play and how unpredictable they can be. Well, Valor, they have that experience and the discipline to counter that unpredictability from time to time. We're all going to be seeing it all play out on this pistol round as it starts. And Universe, take it away, because this round, I feel as though it's going to set the pace for the entire game.
Well, starting off, we got a B hit coming in over here. Buster. He's the only man of defense. The Viper is watching towards mid for Valor, so FS are being red right now. JN's push could prove to be fatal for them because they can call in rotations, which has already come in, by the way. Strokey has made his way here, and Buster is just waiting to release that Nano Swarm into action as soon as the plant goes down, and there it is. The plant has been stopped, but not for too long here, as he's got another Nano Swarm, I think, which is placed. No, the wall's been broken, and now the game's up. Now they gotta wait. Now they gotta play this out a little bit more smartly than they would have wanted to play on post plant.
They're not in good spots now, are they? It's gonna be Valor taking the first initial kills. Beautiful shots coming on down through from the side of Bullet. Good for one, but with that, they're gonna try and go in for the plant, but the plant spot's not gonna be that strong. But Goalie comes in as the backup. He saves him at the very last second. Dominic stuck between a rock and a hard place. He's not gonna be able to survive. Strokey comes on down through with a beautiful kill of his own. Bullet's gonna be able to shut down one more, but Goalie misses a couple of shots, and that's gonna cost him. Jane from the back end digs one, and he's gonna swing out Ferrari style to get the final kill on towards the face of headshot. And that is it. 1-0 in Team Valor. They knew what was up. They knew exactly what they needed to do. And those Killjoy Nano Swarms. And then Pasha coming on down through with a snake bite. The timing was perfect. They wasted so much time allowing the flank to come on down through from JN as well. He created so much pressure that the entirety of Team FS, they were like, oh, do we look behind us? Do we look in front of us? We can't really go in for the rotation because someone's waiting for us there. Multiple players could just die immediately. They were being forced to head on down over to that B site, and that level of pressure just made the entirety of FS crumble.
Indeed did. And now, because of that, we've got the side of Valor with a comfortable first round win. And FS need to find themselves fighting this one off. They still can. I feel like the pistols, because there's 3 players on the side of Valor who are still playing rather, you know, interesting weapons. Marshall on JN, Strokey and Bullet both with a ghost still. Could be, or if they are choosing to buy in, they could, but if FS somehow pull out maybe 2-3 kills, I think they might just be able to win this round. But Cactus needs to be that cutting knife edge for his team. He's picked up that jet, and we all know how good he is on it. Small little tech boss has come in here, but we are going to be starting just as I say that. We have a pause, and here we go. I think that, you know, Cactus, we know that he constantly keeps shifting between the Killjoy and the Jet role. And now that he's come on the Jet, he's going to be looking to be more dynamic. And here's the first Jet duel that's probably going to come in. JN and Cactus just a crosshair away from each other. And JN, the quick scope, just a little too quick for Cactus to handle. And he's going to get taken out by headshot in return. He says, thank you for peeking me out in the open, and he finds that kill. There are still 3 players here towards the A side, and they're trying to get into this side here, but every bit of the rotations have come in. Dominic finds a trade yet again, 3 versus 3. They pick up the spike, they're going straight in for this. Dominic gets another! He wants to go for the plant, but he's holding off for a little bit of resistance to come in, and maybe edge shot to find a little bit of value with that Marshall. As the plant goes down, and here's a post plant that the side of Valor were not expecting.
Valor, they're not expecting this, but it's completely fine. Do they have really anything to worry about? Of course not. Maybe Dominic, he's gonna be good for one more headshot, but that's not even gonna happen. Not against Buster. He's just a cut above the rest for a reason. Easy 2-0 for the side of Team Valor, but the rounds were getting closer and closer. That, yeah, it just gave me a little bit of a heart attack, but it's completely fine. Team Valor, they close out their own anti-eco in a, let's say, not so favorable fashion, but at the same time, this was such a favorable eco coming on down through from the side of the attackers. FS, they couldn't be happier. 3 kills, and the spike plan, and they got a massive amount of damage on both of the players, forcing them to buy armor. They need to reinvest. And the fact that they did that, they can go into their buy rounds really happy, because after winning this buy round, the side of Team Valor, they're going to be in a massive economic deficit if they actually went in for the buys. And they did so. So these buys could just make them fall apart.
Early mid aggression. Headshot finds one. Strokey going down.
One gun down.
Yep. And they have a full buy, so FS just want to play this a little slow maybe. Oh my god. Okay, bullet. Nasty.
Nice shot.
Cactus acknowledges.
That was a good one, man. That was a flick and a half. Do you know why he said nice shot? Because Bullet was looking at the bottom. Bullet flicked his mouse up and insta-headshot him. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but I noticed it on my screen. I was like, oh god, Bullet, you gotta stop. That wasn't even crosshair placement. That was just pure and utter Aimlab training coming on down through. And with that, feels as though the damage has already been done. Slow push up from the side of Buster. He has the positions. He knows exactly where they are. Spots out one of the players. Dominic is pretty much in dead store, but Buster, he's not going in for this fight, and this is dangerous. He could have easily gone for the kill.
Left.
He just wants to play it slow. 30 seconds left. They cannot even go in for rotations. FS, they're being forced to go in for this execution, and this execution is not going to be good for them here. The toxic bites are still a thing.
Oh, Pasha Sahil could take him down, but no! Headshot finds Buster through that wall. Now there's a backstep they need to worry about, which is going to be taken care of. Headshot yet again! Pasha Sahil gets detected. No, he won't, but he will go down anyway. And here's Cortez taking out the last one as Valor. One after the other, Headshot finding value. And then the remaining of his teammates take care of Pasha and Cortez. Oh, forgive me. Cortez takes care of the last one alive. And with that, number one comes up for FS. And this is exactly what they wanted. The first two rounds are pretty much, you know, kind of a given. Like, you know, it's almost redundant at times, because you immediately have this buy round that comes in that you 70% of the, or 75% of the times do end up winning. And here's where the real game starts. JN with the operator. He is going to get spotted out. He's going to get tagged as well. And now they know that he has an operator in his hands. But FS are not afraid. They're undeterred. They want to take this fight. They want to make this operator drop to the ground.
You should run.
And there's the first response to doing that.
Here for a swing here and for the push as well. Wait. Shock Dart just destroy it?
Yeah,
Wait a second,
did,
Bullet, did you just... Sure, buddy.
JN finding the first successful kill, but the plant has been gone down. Look at Strokey though. He's gone past that wall. Coley spots him. He's probably giving out the call, but it's a little too late. Valor.
Did this happen?
I have no clue.
Did they just get a flawless other than the little bit of damage that JN took? No one took damage other than JN in this round. What?
Mm-hmm.
This is not how it's meant to go. This seems like a bad omen. It's like a really bad omen already. 3-1, ladies and gentlemen. And FS, they're probably scratching their heads after what happened in the last round. They're like, wait a second, didn't we just get the plan down? Didn't we have full control? But no, that's just not the case here. Not yet, anyways. Positions are still prime. They need to try and go in for a different play of their own. And JN, he's getting feisty. He's swinging out with this operator. He's looking for this engagement with Cactus. He knows what's up. Beautiful shots from him. Goes on top of the tube, and he's like, all right, time to take the matters into my own hands.
Oh, JN though. Oh, he's been heard. Pretty sure he's been heard. And there are two players that are going behind him because they realize that there's rotations coming in. And now towards A is their best option. But Buster, he's probably going to get taken out here. Yes, he will. Cortez finds a jump on him. And FS have an advantage of men. They can even go for the revive if need be. And Cortez, he's still holding. And he's getting more value out of this. Now the B site's open. He can run straight into it. As Bullet with his drone is covering up mid to find nothing but empty spaces. And the only space that Valor care about, sorry, FS care about is the B site.
Oh,
One enemy remaining.
forward Cortez. He
Dang.
does find one more, but that's it.
Yikes.
JN, last person remaining. He's like, all right, what do I do here? I have an operator in my hand. Maybe I can try and find something, but Dominic, he's not taking any chances. He's like, oh, it's an operator player. Come on, come into my awaiting arms. But Cortez, he's hungry for the kill. He's hunting for it. He's like, JN, I have your phone number. I'm going to be calling up real soon. But JN knows he needs to try and go in for a try here. Gets the kill and a fast quick stop on towards the face of headshot. A lot of utility being thrown out. A lot of chances that they have to try and bring this one back. Here comes the one. Here comes a good position, but still Cortez swings out from the back end, and he's gonna be the one to get a 4K for himself and shut down JN as well. It was this close. JN nearly popped another person in the face with his old operator. The flick was almost there. He just needed to go in for the click, but 3-2 on the scorecards. Another strong start from the side of FS, but that was really close. JN, he nearly pulled off the impossible with his op.
Yeah, you know, even that lineup was a little bit off. I think if he had not got off the, you know, defuse, I think he would have been able to stick it. But unfortunately,
He was scared.
yeah, of course. As soon as it lands down, he thought it was gonna be under his feet. But he did put in a valiant effort, and now he's got Valor still in the lead, 3-2. And here's a Hunter's Fury coming in from the defense. Bullet wants to go in towards that B side, but does not touch anybody. Cortez just dodges it by a slither, as FS now move back towards A, leaving Cactus alone here. Couple of fake shots that he's given out. One blade only being wasted as he's trying to maybe sell this fake, which isn't really being given off yet. The recon is not going to clear out JN in that corner.
What is that recon?
It came in towards B. Yeah, I think that's towards B.
Wait, Bullet, did you throw a recon from A over at the B? I don't know who has more lineups. Is it Hunter?
I think it was
or is
from.
it
I think that was
Bullet?
from mid. I think he threw that from mid.
I don't think so.
I think he just finished giving that recon off on mid and then was running straight towards A. And look at Cortez again towards that tunnel position. He knows this time there's a turret covering it. And in mid, he's got an alarm bot to face off. And Valor are actually reading this right. They're going towards B because JN on this backstab. He's got perfect timing, but Cortez has got the timing on to pass to Sahil. Strokey finds one. Time is of the essence here. JN has got the perfect timing, positioning, and no!
What?
JN! You don't miss that!
JN, why did you spam? There was
What?
it was not even necessary to go in for something like that. This is gonna give FS a chance. Cactus, he's in prime positions, but no, that's not gonna work. Not just today. Dominic, he needs to try and stick something out.
It's
but
over.
There's no time. It's
Oh,
over.
he missed the lineup as well. Somebody needs to tell him that his lineup is not landing on the spike. It's leaving an inch of space for the defenders to sit and defuse. And that's just not good. You need to keep a track of these things, or at least put the plant a little bit to the left if you know it's going to be a difficult, you know, lineup. Tiny mistakes.
The lineup is actually good. The problem is the plant spot. This lineup facilitates a plant spot for a lot more open, but the wall is being placed in such a way that it's not on the edge. There's a reason why this lineup is so strong, because it covers multiple different angles and it forces players to stand out in the open. And it's just a lot of mistakes being made by the side of FS. That's costing them. They know what they really need to do to bring this one back, but at the very end, FS, they're trying to force the issue a little bit too much. You need to show the respect, but headshot! Oh my god!
Taken out.
Bullet takes out headshot, and that's gonna give the side of FS a little bit of a problem. There's another bullet. He's being a menace. That's a third and the fourth, and it is an eco. So Bullet's gonna finish off all of his bullets by taking out his opponents. With 11 kills on the board, he's leading the server, and FS are struggling. There is a clear Sova diff going on right now as Coley has not been able to make the mark that we would have expected him to make. Just 1 out of the 7 rounds that he's played so far. And anybody who's on his team will be feeling that, you know, that pressure along with him. You can see it.
Hey, if Hunter's not here, I think that this Protege is gonna be the one to bring it all back. In a way, we call Bullet Hunter's Protege because look at the lineups, man. This guy deserves his own title pretty much. He could soon even outclass the Master if this is how he's gonna be playing. But Cactus, you're not looking in the right direction. But Bullet, he misses out on a couple of shots here. It's gonna cost him, but at least he's gonna be able to get away with his own life, get a little bit of information for his team to work with. Because now with the B-side execution imminent, and one player already falling from their side, a little bit too much of an over-aggressive play from JN costed him. And now it's all up to Pasha to try and hold down this B-side. One bullet missed. One misplay when it comes down to his toxic Byte placement. And it's over.
It most certainly is, and here we go. There is the ultimate. Cortez finds yet again the same angle. He's been finding value towards that mid-region. And there is going to be no retaliation from the defenders. Coley is going to go for that plant straight in. And he's going to be supported by Dominic, who takes out Strokey, trying to sneak out and maybe find the planter. As Cortez, he's a little too sneaky here. He heard all the sound cues that Bullet has been given off. And he's just about a second away from blowing his head to smithereens. And he just does not need to peek anymore. Buster, 1v4. He's got a world against him, and yet again, look at that lineup. You see that plant? The plant is again wrong.
No. The lineup this time is good. The
No,
plant's
look at it.
perfect.
There was a small spot where he could sit. There still was a small spot. Look at this again. You see that?
Oh wait, they're always
Yeah.
finding the spike in the wrong position.
It's kind of going awry every single round. And Buster has done more than enough of a job to keep himself alive in the smallest of corners and take out 2 players before he is finishing off that round. A good job by Buster to take down at least 2 before he goes, because the economical damage that the side of FS have been taking in for the last couple of rounds has been massive. They are going to be able to buy in, no doubt about that, but they cannot afford to lose players in that quantity when they're winning rounds, when, you know, there's 4 players alive after the after the plant.
Yeah, they are losing out on players like flies at this stage.
Revealing area.
5 and 3. Doesn't look like a 5 and 3 though, does it? When you press the tab button, because their eco, it's just it shambles still even after winning out on this round. It was such a crucial round for them to take as well. Otherwise, they would have been forced down over into an eco, giving the side of Team Valor a chance to push their way forward to those 7 rounds. But for now, they need to work for it. And Strokey, he's trying to play with fire. Spots on the first initial head, but Strokey, you should know that Cactus has been playing this angle over and over again. Why are you still taking this fight? And Cortez, he's just sneaking up. He's like, I'm gonna be going in sneaky peeky like.
How many times are they gonna allow this? Oh, he kills someone cute.
He made us out.
No, Cortez, that's it. You're done. You're dusted. Unless Cactus saves you. No, Bullet's gonna go down. I'm gonna take him down. That's Cortez.
Oh, Cortez.
Okay, this is. Oh no! Pasha! No way! You saw his head. You saw his head. What are you doing, Pasha?
No, dude.
What is happening? This is just a series of unfortunate events for Valor. A round that's supposed to be theirs, they're just not able. Oh no! Okay, no. Oh, that's just okay. Headshot finds the barrel spotted of JN, and that's a free kill for him. And now they move in towards B. Dominic going in straight for that plant. Hopefully he's planning for himself, because he should know where to put that lineup this time. It looks right for now. And Valor in a 3v2 retake. Stacks against them. And Bullet, it all counts on him to find that lineup master.
It's gonna be difficult. Bullet, he's in a good spot. We know what he can do, but one small misplay, it's gonna cost him. You need to swing clear that angle. Buster's gonna be good for 1, but he's not gonna be good for a 2nd. This round was just a symphony of fails, seemingly. On the side of Team Valor, they just broke apart when it came down to their communication. What happened here? This is not the Team Valor that we know and love. They didn't wake up on the right side of the bed, seemingly. They need to wake themselves up. They possibly need to just take a pause and just talk to one another, being like, guys, let's just communicate. We have this. We got this. But now that their economy is not even looking that good anymore, they're trying to force into this round. They're trying to go in for a couple of buys at the bare minimum, but are they going to be able to find more? Are they going to be able to make these buys pay dividends? Doesn't look like it, not just yet.
We're gonna have to find out. Pasha is holding down a Spectre. Close range. Now gets away. Knows he's got a difficult fight. Okay, Cortez running and gunning. Not gonna work out for either one of these players. Buster is probably gonna force him out of that corner. He gets down to 40 HP, but still, he has his own heal. There's a lot of pressure on this B side. Two players here. Buster and Coley both find kills, but Buster goes down. 4 versus 4. They still got ultimates available. They've got a Viper Spit on the defense, which they could establish here on the B side. But the defense right now is spread across thin. If the side of FS do choose to go towards A, it's only JN to hold it off, and I don't think he's got the weaponry or the map control required to do so. All FS need to do is now go back. But they're going straight for the fight, and Coley wins the first one. He's waking up slowly. And that's all FS need. Slow orbs, recons, everything being thrown in, and here's the retaliation. A little bit of a slow play could cost them to get that plant even. But FS are a patient team. Look at how patient these guys are. They're not bothered about the clock. They know they can get the plant. And here it is yet again. Here's the Hunter's Fury to come and deny it even more. It looks like time might just not be their best friend here. Pasha Sahil wants to pop out of this smoke screen and get that kill. He will get one, not the second. Coley gets a third. And that's a 1v2.
Oh, dude, he needed to get this second. If he just had the Phantom could have paid dividends here, but it's just not going to happen once again. JN, it's such an impossible structure, but JN actually gets a headshot. Does he know where he is, though? Headshot played 5 games already, and headshot swings out at the perfect time, and JN, he had no idea where to look. He didn't know if he looked left, does he look right, does he look behind him, does he look down towards the side of Snowman? He doesn't even give a damn about what's going to be happening there. There's a 5-on-5 headshot. Timing's gonna be in his favor. Another unfortunate event coming on down through for the side of Team Valor. I don't know what to say, but they're just falling apart.
Valor put up 5, and it looked like they were on top of things. 5-2 they were. And here's 3 rounds in a row at the side of oh, look at this initial fight! And JN, no! JN? Hello? I think that was a little bit of a misclick, or I don't know what exactly it was, but it definitely was something that JN did not intend. He goes downtown. That, oh boy, Strokey, before he goes down, he's gonna make sure to take one with him, and that's gonna be headshot. 3 versus 3. Ultimates available on both sides. Vipers both have their pits ready to be activated. And a Killjoy ultimate, which has a counter available as well. So ultimates that can potentially cancel out each other here. Who is going to be the first one to initiate it, though? FS are not giving up their stride on the B side here. They somehow want to keep establishing a love story with it. Forgive me for my broken voice, but Valor, they've broken down the side of FS. And it's all up to Cortez. A 1 versus 2. Something he's not unaware of. He's been in this situation multiple times and pulled out clutches as well. And it could be one more this time. Cortez straight for the plan to wall up. Pasha's coming on this backstab. And I'm pretty sure Cortez has no idea about this. He's gonna go into his back, walking straight. He almost went for the revive there. But Pasha was just too quick on his run from mid towards B main. And that's number 6 for Valor after a long stride of giving away rounds.
Finally are back in the groove once again.
Last round.
Took them a while, but I think that one clutch coming on down through from Pasha is going to do them wonders here. But once again, this composition that they're running, being double sentinel, it's a really strong comp on the side of defense. But as soon as you switch over to attack, it gets a lot more weaker. And Team Valor, they're going head to head against FS here. I don't know how I feel about this. This could be really deadly, but at the same time, Buster, he has that perfect nano swarm for the default spot. No one can even break that, even if they wanted to here. And that shots are gonna be clean, maybe! But Cactus! He gets a freebie! That is the most freest skill that you're ever gonna get in your entire life. That's just Cactus for you, man. Hello?
Yeah,
Dominic?
No clue. No clue whatsoever.
If I die like that, you know, universe, if I die like that, I would be raging my...
Alt F4. Alt F4. Rage, Alt F4. Here's the Hunter's Fury that comes from Coley as he wants to try and establish a little bit of ground control and destroy that lockdown. But Strokey...
Positions.
Oh, JN. Sneaky kill. Dominic, he hears him, but Strokey still finds that kill. 3 versus 3. The Viper split gone, and the defenders have the advantage. It's up to the Jets now to find these kills with the Blaze. The defuse has not yet been stuck. Now it has. Buster's taking it to the grave, and here's that shot. He's gonna find the clutch.
We got it?
He most certainly did.
Give me that, please.
Switching sides.
Give it to me. Rewind the time, baby. But oh my god, what just happened here? Look at that shot. He's a flying machine. He doesn't give a damn. He's Tarzan. He spots on the final player as well. That's not even a headshot. The timing was in his favor. That was 0.1 second. And he still found that?
Yeah.
Headshots in his element today, man. Like, we normally don't even get to see Headshot play that often, but now that he's on center stage, the spotlight, it's just literally shining on him.
Oh, man. What do you have on your store now? FS, now that you're on defense, you've shown that you can take Valor straight head on. What?
You said, what's on your store now?
Oh my god, okay. Alright. I am going to ignore that as Dominic's one way works against him. And he's gonna go down pretty easily to JN after eating a lot of damage from Bullet. And even though the A side has been given a little bit of control, oh no. Buster, he hears that rotation maybe, but Cactus is not going away just yet. He knows that the B side has not been breached in. And that's his only cue to hold on. Here comes the Viper wall. Now they know where the jig is. It's all up to Cactus. He needs to find the first. And then dash away. That's all he needs to do. That recon is not going to detect him. He's in a good position for a quick kill and dash. And he needs it right now. Buster spots him out. No kill for Cactus as Valor again run away. And the B side, by the way, is all open for business. It's all up to JN. All he needs to do is peek out. And he's going to find it. The plan will go down anyway, though. As Bullet, he's going to plant it safe. And towards... Okay, this is an interesting plan. Oh, no. JN, he takes out a headshot. And that's going to give so much value to the side of Valor. Almost. Cactus. He's going to play under him. No, he doesn't. He doesn't know it's a 2v2. And Cortez has been spotted out as well. Valor. They've got to get it, but Coley takes out one. And Cortez finds the other. What just happened? FS, how did he pull this retake off?
I have no idea. If you just start watching a deathmatch game, like, you know, in deathmatch where you find players in the most randomest of positions, this is what it felt like. What?
You know, I have to say though, that plan, I think if they had just done that for B main, it would have been a lot easier for the side of Valor. I don't know why they would have wanted to extend their positioning towards the spawn, which, by the way, they would know that is definitely going to be contested. But B main is something that you can hold off. You could have just played off a little bit, you know, with the jiggles and stuff like that. But here, towards spawn, they just got battered.
I want a professional level analyst other than the two of us to try and break this game down, because my brain is not working. Trying to cast this and also trying to analyze what kind of strategies both of these teams are trying to employ. My brain is turning into mush already. It's 6 and 7 only. 6 and 7, man. And it's a force fire round as well from the side of Valor. They're trying to break through the walls. They're trying to make sure that they're going to be the ones to take this round away for themselves. Maybe they can actually. Because currently they're not in the best of spots, but still pretty much using the same strategies that Team Valor. They know what's up. They know that the jig is up as well. They cannot go in for the plan down towards that B side. And if they try to brute force their way onto B, they're just going to start falling apart.
They most certainly are. Roki, he will go down even though he's given damage. He is gonna go down. JN, he needs to be the man to find these kills for Valor here. The plan is in a good place. The lineup is good as well. Valor are playing on the back of the lineup, and that's gonna help them. Headshot finds one. They're running straight in. Headshot with a second. Buster and Pasisai double up. But here's Coley to get the third. And 1v3 here. Buster can find every single kill, but Coley is just a little too much more healthier than the remaining players, while Cortez sticks to defuse, and FS are just a little too good right now.
Just FS doing FS things. 6 and 8 on the scorecards. They're gonna be the ones to shut down the side of Team Valor when it came down to their force buy round. And you know what happens when you lose out on the force buy? You're being forced onto another eco. That round, I understand why you wanted to go in for a force, but where was the mid control? I'm very sure that Buster just walked up onto mid, then he just gave up mid and went on back. That's not how it goes here from time to time. You just need to force the engagement from time to time as well there. The possibility of the magic number score line coming on down into play, and if it does, I don't think that comeback's even possible anymore.
Well, that wall is a straight up no-no towards the A site.
Okay, shot dart. Oh god, that's insane. Dude, so much is happening so quickly. Okay, bullet.
Oh boy, okay.
Spots on the head of Coley, and Coley's like, I need healing. Please, I got a haircut. And the barber forgot to put the antiseptic cream.
Buster with a nasty shot onto Cactus, and Valor are actually making this work. I don't know why the players of FS are actually peeking this. They have no necessity to peek this. Cortez? What are you doing? What?
Aggressive. 30 seconds left.
Say something.
I have nothing. I'm here trying.
You need to say something, my guy.
Maybe thrifty round.
Swarm grenade out.
At this point, that's all that we can have. Buster threw out. I'm pretty sure that Echo just threw his Nano Swarm into the abyss.
Well, he did. Strokey. Headshot's gonna find him. Headshot's been the one person who's been absolutely reliable today for the side of FS, and he might just take it all the way through. Picks up another headshot. A really great try, but just the angles, too much of a flicking angle, is gonna make him lose this round. And I don't know why, how, or what the hell did FS just do there. Why were they peeking when they know they're taking damage? And what Cortez did, I am going to remember for the eternity of my life. Why did he jump there? He could have just ran straight past to check the court. I mean, to see if anybody's there.
I question why the turret is there as well, but sure. I don't know, man. A lot of things are happening in this game that we have no idea about. And I think that I'm just gonna enjoy the ride with you. We're just gonna commentate. I think that analysis for now is
this is not a ride. This is we're crawling here.
Like, you know, like those horror houses, like the House of Fears or something. I don't know exactly what the rides are called in an amusement park. Like, this is pretty much that. It's like a house of nightmares just happening all over the place. That's gonna be the first nightmare coming on down through, and Pasha's gonna be like, oh no! Here comes Coley around the corner with a Spectre. Running gun's gonna be clean. Tags him up and takes him down as well. And with that, Team Valor, once again, they're in the driver's seat. They can go in for a plan and go in for a possible thrifty of their own. But they're giving it up? No, they're just gonna try and go in for a proper hold and go in for proper positions instead.
30 seconds left.
Dominic wants to maybe go out, he gets the kill, but the plan will go down. The plan's not gonna be stopped. He will find one. That's about it. 3 versus 3 here. Cactus does have a Phantom to work with.
Here.
But the side of Valor have 3 great weapons compared to the one that FS have. Cactus needs to be the first person to dash in. Gives away his no! Jin! What? There's no way! No. I'm done. I'm walking away.
Symphony of whips, symphony of plays. I have no idea
What is this game?
I have no idea what's happening in game number 1 today. Both of these teams, they did not wake up on the right side of the bed. But hey, we're in for a ride here, ladies and gentlemen. I think that this is gonna be a fun one indeed. Someone needs to start waking up here.
Genuinely, I'll be honest with you, okay? I'll be honest. I genuinely thought, when I saw FS and Valor, okay, there's gonna be a lot of, strategic, slow, meticulous, being played out till the end gameplay, which is there, right? We are seeing rounds being edged on towards the last 30 seconds. But what the hell? I love it, but what the hell? Hello?
I have no idea today. I just really don't. Once again, what is that turret even for? Can I just ask, what is that turret for?
I think it's to hold down any pushes. I'm not quite sure, but they are pushing here, so the turret kind of... yeah.
I just want to know, dude, what was that for? But hey, Cactus, he wants to go in overly aggressive. He wants to try and find something. A couple of shots being taken. Cortez, finally, he just backs on off. He doesn't want to take this engagement. Here comes the 100 Fury from the side of Colleen. He will break the lockdown, but no, the lockdown has not been broken. Instead, he gets 2 kills. What? He doesn't break the lockdown, but he gets 2 kills with it. Since when?
Don't get in my way.
Oh my god. FS. They are pushing Valor to the limit. Revive's coming in, and the revive came in for the Hunter's Fury, which Bullet, no matter what you do, is not gonna help you, my friend. You might have damaged people, you might pick up a weapon or 2, but you are going to die. Double digits, inevitably, for FS with a flawless round.
I'm just trying to process what happened in the last round as well. People were all running around all over the place. The lockdown went down. I thought that Coley was trying to play the lockdown. He missed the second one. He missed the second Hunter's Fury. And he was like, damn it all. I don't care anymore. Throws it out randomly and gets 2 people.
I'm speechless. I'm utterly speechless. And now look at this. Look at this. Pasha Salas is expecting this. And he is going to find that. No. Cortez finds 1. Cortez finds 2. He's done damage. Cactus that's done. Cactus finds 2.
That we know and love.
Beautiful. 2 players are all they needed to shut this one down to the ground. And what an amazing showcase in the last couple of rounds it has been for the side of FS. They've honed themselves into the map of Icebox. Amazing performance by every single player here. And you can look at it through the scoreboard as well. As soon as it pops up, we're going to see it. 17, 16, 14, 14, 10. Team effort. Amazing. And now they're just a round away from that match point. And Valor lose this, they're going to say bye-bye to Icebox.
Yeah, And if they lose on the map of Icebox, it's just not going to be looking that good for them now, is it? This is how the lower brackets always play out. If you don't win out on your opposition's map, then you're just going to have a very hard time trying to win out on your own one, because then the side of FS, they're always going to have counter strats. And Cactus, he spots out a whack-a-mole named Bullet. Not going to be able to find that headshot, but he's going in for it. Cactus, you're playing a dangerous game here. This is a game of chances. This is a Russian roulette.
Spike down A.
First initial kill is gonna be Kobe's side, but still, Cactus once again. Oh my god!
Oh my
He's not gonna be able to punch it. He's just playing a different game out here. This
Stop.
is not Valorant anymore. It's swinging out. He still gets another one. You what?
Okay, how do I?
Match
How do I? You know, I really need to understand how Cactus does that. How did Strokey not kill him before he took out his teammate?
You know what he
FS.
does? He snorts Red Bull for.
FS
he snorts
have
Red Bull for breakfast.
absolutely destroyed the side of Valor in the last 5 rounds. In the second half, totally. Only 1 round from the side of from the side of Valor in this entirety of the second half, and now Cactus wants to finish it all.
Themselves up an operator. He's taking the swigs. He's taking the fights. He does just
Look at this, dude. Look at this.
He's just
How do you-
waiting. He spots out the turret, and the turret's gonna be the thing that clears him.
Look
But
at this.
they're running up.
Cortez.
No, what's looking behind him?
Cortez!
What? Well, it's a lot more harder to kill a person that's not looking at you, but it's completely fine because Headshot and Cactus, they're gonna be the ones to bring it all back. And now it's all up to Buster. Buster's at 1 HP. Buster's gonna be good for 1 kill. Good swing from him. But look at the spike. The spike's in no man's land. And now also there's a Viper spin with Buster.
No.
Okay.
FS.
Maybe. Buster. You should know.
FS.
Spawn
You
and
don't want to
going.
throw this.
Buster.
1 versus 4. Oh no, he's down. What?
Okay, I'm gone. I'm gone. Goodbye, universe. I'm going to leave. Buster! You just did not. You made me get up from my chair, man. What was this round? What was this round? This was absolutely incredible. Buster, what was this showing of mechanical skill? He isolated every single 1v1 situation and just took over this entire game. Team Valor, they're shaking. Buster, what did you just do?
Absolutely amazing. That was just a round and a half. I think that's one that he is going to remember. Because if the side of Valor do end up now making a comeback on the back of this timeout, which has been taken, and they somehow, you know, get this to overtime, that 1 round is going to be etched in his memory. I don't see it happening, but it could. We just need to hold off a little bit more, hope a little bit more,
Here. Here.
and fight out a little bit more. Valor, what do you got for us? Yet again, Cactus on his prowl, goes up aggressive. He's not getting away from that position. Cortez is helping him out, and now they get back. They're getting pressured. Valor are playing this a little bit more smoothly than they did previously. They don't want to give away too much. The wall goes straight up. No entry towards the A side, but Buster wants to bust them out with that Killjoy ultimate. Nobody's getting away from the position from Valor, from FS. One of their players might just get detained, and that is Cactus, but that's okay. He's safe. As the side of Valor take over the site, and now there's gonna be a post plant. 5v5 coming up in just about a second, unless Coley. No, he's gonna go down. Buster finds him. Just a nick of a hairline of a gap for him to find that kill. And Cortez knows that Strokey's here, and he misses. Now it's time for Valor to step up. Dominic was going to be the only one to trade off, but he's going down immediately. JN Cactus gets one. They're not out of this yet, but Buster says no. And it's all up to the big man himself. Cactus with the operator.
Just leave it. Save the op. There's no situation you're taking this 1 versus 3 situation. Spots out one of the players. He wants to try and survive it, but he's dead. He's gone. He's just not gonna live through that. One classic right click to the face. That's all that it takes to take him out. And with that Buster, he's gonna be able to put the final nail on the coffin there. This is 9 and 12. 1 round, Universe, just 1 round. That's gonna put an instant stop to your momentum, especially if you lose out on a 1 versus 4 situation against the Killjoy when you invested your Viper's Pit to hold down a spike. You know that's gonna be a hard round to recover from, and as soon as the momentum gets out of hand, you need to put an immediate break on it. You need to recollect yourself as a team, because economy-wise, side of FS, they're not looking healthy anymore. But Cortez, he has something else to say about it.
Oh, he spots the head. Strokey gets him. Cortez is gonna go down. And that's the revive out of the scenario here. Strokey, he is gonna be pushed back as Coley slowly getting into his backstab, which Strokey will, oh, they spotted out each other, and Strokey's got another. Valor, oh my god, Valor. No way you're making this happen. Cactus survives thanks to the thinnest of walls on Valorant. And he's gonna be able to find 1 kill and dashes away to his death. Headshot is there to cover him up. Headshot is not gonna get more than 1. That's gonna be 12 to 10. And Valor are making this work. They're just 2 rounds away from overtime. And they've put the side of FS in a really tough spot. Whether to buy or whether not to buy, what is the decision that you're gonna take, FS?
Not to buy is the best call that you can make. You want to fight for the 11th round. You do not want this to go into overtime. Not after a situation like this. You had the best opportunity to close everything out. And at the very end, Buster puts a damper on your plans and you just cannot break the momentum. You just can't. You need to take a pause. You really need to. What other way are you going to be able to bring this one back? Universe, I have no idea.
I agree. They need to take a pause after this round, unless they win this one. All 5 players on their side have got half armor, 4 of them on Vandals. Economy is going to be in a little bit of a limbo in the next round. But we're going to have to wait and see how that turns out. Headshot might be able to drop to one of the players. But that's about it. Valor are playing this really cautiously. They don't want to give away anything at all.
Toxins going up.
Dominic, he's holding down the B site. But nobody's coming there. They're going towards A. It's all onto Cactus. It's all onto Cortez. Cortez and Cactus have been a really strong force here on the A site. They need to prove it once more. Cactus dashes away. The wall goes straight up, but that's gonna give the side of Valor the positioning of that Sage right there. Cactus finds one. Dominic with another. And here's FS putting on their running shoes as they want to run away with it. And now they've done it, maybe. Here's one, but no more for Bullet. They gave a scare. But that's about it. It's done and dusted. FSESPORTS stabilized and find number 13. And they're going to send Valor a map down and into a little bit of a concerned state. Because everything that was the last 2-3 rounds from the side of Valor has been broken down, and now they have to fight it. They have to fight it out on Haven. And that is going to be a whole other story where Valor have to push through or they're out. But this has been an amazing map so far. Filled with drama, funny moments off the top, like whipped cream being splattered across a wall, and a cherry that just was eaten by both sides, but in the end, it was FS that got the bigger part of that cherry. And let's move to the match highlights to just, have a look at the finished icing of this cake which was FS Esports winning against Valor.
You can't really make it up now, can you? This was an entire anime in the making. There were ups and downs. It was a roller coaster of emotions. Like, you could feel the passion from both of these squads, but the passion came in a little bit too late and in a very odd format as well. A lot of missed lineups. The positions were not that strong. It felt as though they were doing a lot of theory crafting, a lot of testing. And do you really want to do that in the lower brackets of the Gauntlet? No, because
I mean,
this is not how it was meant to go, now was it? Team Valor, they were looking quite strong. They got the 5 rounds really well and then just started falling apart. FS, they were just hitting a lot more shots. Valor, where they were making a lot more mistakes. They were taking a lot more of those 1v1 engagements that they really shouldn't have. JN started shaking. Every single one of the players of Team Valor started to get rattled to the core. And they were making mistakes because of it.
I just, I really need to take a minute to just, think about, process what the hell just happened, because everything was so, it was really hard fought. First of all, I think that both teams put in everything that they had, and it, every single round was down to the last 40 seconds. Both these teams, their game style is the same. They wait out, they try to play it a little slow, they, try to give their opponent something to think about, and that's when they hit. But thanks to that being the game style of both these teams, it was easy for FS to try and read into it, because after that, all they needed to throw in was a bit of a bone, and that was the aggression that Cactus and Cortez were constantly showing towards the A site on their defense. And that's how they came up to round number 12. And even though there were 3 rounds being given away, FS still managed to hold on, and all they needed was just that 1 round where they made the difference. And they were obviously not going to get another 1v4 get played against them.
Way that FS were able to come on back from the brink of defeat, though. It was a really good storyline from their side, especially from Edshot, man. Edshot, personally, in my eyes, is the one that showed up the most in comparison to anyone else. But hey, Bullet, he had a little bit of a comical moment of his own. He's just like, I'm gonna go brr, and because I have a Spectre in my hand. He just kept on going there. Poor old Dominic didn't even know what hit him, but this hurt my soul. Like, legitimately, universe, this hurt my soul. This round in general was like, oh god, how are they losing? And with that, it was just a spiral down into the 12-7 scoreline, now wasn't it? They started picking themselves up. They started breaking down the walls of the side of Team Valor piece by piece. And then the fateful round happened. Buster came in out of absolutely nowhere. He busted down not just the doors, but all of the walls of the house as well. And they're like, yo, FS, I don't think you're going to be sleeping tonight. That's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that was pretty much the case. FS had such a great presence in that first couple of, rounds in the second half. They put up 12 in a, it came up in a row that second half. They just went from 6 to 12, and it was amazing the way they put it up. Only 1 round was given away until that point, and then this was the moment where it changed. Number 8, number 9, number 10, all 3 came up, but Valor, there was only so much they could do until the end, and that was how the cookie crumbled. 13 to 10, as Valor now have to fight for their tournament life on their home map of Haven. I'm a little confident about it. I really think that they will be able to make a difference, that's for sure. I think that Valor will be able to pick up Haven, but it's still, again, going to be another long, perilous map, because Haven is a map where, well, I want to, how to put this easily, time, again, is something that every team just runs out. It's like, it's like free-flowing water. You just keep it flowing and flowing and flowing until the point where you know that you're going to have to stop it with a, I don't know, a door or something. And they let it go. And Haven is such a map where, it feels like it's almost an eternity. A round lasts for an eternity. We're going to see a lot of it here, because both these teams, exactly how they play.
That's exactly how it's gonna be going on down through. We don't even know what's gonna be happening in map number 2. For that, we need gonna be setting that one up. We need a little bit of a break. We need to get yourself our can of Red Bull as well. We need to get ourselves energized because oh my god, after map number 1, it was a roller coaster of emotions, and I'm expecting the same thing to happen in game number 2. But in the way that this was all played out, you gotta remember, ladies and gentlemen, back at home, that if map number 1 is like this, map number 2, the home map of Team Valor, that's going to get a lot more spicy and a lot more interesting as well, because Cortez is now going to be shifting over towards the Phoenix, because double dealer's composition is one of the most commonly placed composition by the side of FS. So in that sense, will they be able to take that level to the next step, or are they going to stagnate? Because in a way, when it comes down to their Haven win rates, they have not really looked the best. You know, they are pretty much one of their weakest maps, and as we are going to be setting that one up, hopefully they go back to the drawing board and they're going to be able to carry the momentum forward from this initial map. But for now, we're going to be heading on down over into a short break, and we'll be back real shortly with the LG Ultragear TC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial. Our apparel partners are 656, accessory partners Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner is none other than Aimlab. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
the legends of memory and storage. Crucial brings you the ultimate performance in gaming. Legendary products. Precision engineered. For speed and stability. Crucial ballistics.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TC Gauntlet Season 3, powered by Crucial. Our apparel partners are 656, accessory partners Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner is none other than Aimlab. Your boy Aggressive is back with Universe on his side, and after, let's say, a very anticlimactic icebox, we're going to be heading on down over into Haven. Let's head on down over to the map beater screen, though, at the very beginning, before we do any sort of changes when it comes down to the what we expect moving on down forward into Haven, because after the way Icebox played out, I don't know, man. It was already a coin toss, and now it's not even a coin toss anymore. Like, you know those dices that have a lot of different sides on it?
Uh-huh.
Like, there's like octa dice, the octa dices that you just roll whenever you're playing D&D Dungeons and Dragons. That's what it feels like, because it could be any number whatsoever. It could even be double overtime, triple overtime, quadruple overtime, or it could just even also be the most, like I have no idea. It could also be a 30-0. We have no clue what's gonna happen on the map of Haven.
Maybe. I have to say though, I think Haven is gonna be a lot more competitive than this one. I think this was competitive, but FS kind of took the cake towards the second half. I think that this is probably gonna, maybe we end up seeing an overtime, but if FS win this, they will have showcased a huge amount of skill, because taking down the side of Valor on Haven is not an easy task.
It's a difficult one indeed, primarily because of one thing and one thing alone. It's because they have a different level of game plan when I'm on down over onto this map. But there's another problem you need to highlight. There's no Hunter anymore. Where's the backbone of the entire squad? And with him not being here, yeah, Strokey's good. He adds a lot of firepower to the roster, but do you actually need firepower, or do you need someone that can take the leadership role really well? And I think that Team Valor, there's a reason why we always say that Hunter's the most influential factor for the entire team. It's just because of him having that presence on the entire game that will just drive his team forward. And without that, Team Valor, they're just not in the best of places. So Haven, there is a high possibility that FS, they could just take this one away if, and only if, Cortez is able to show up massively when it comes down to his Phoenix. Because in general, throughout the entire gauntlet, his Phoenix has not been able to pay any sort of fruit towards FS. And that's one of the prime reasons why they have been losing out on so many of their games on Haven in particular. They have the lowest win rate on Haven, I do believe, statistically. So hopefully today they can change that by taking out Team Valor.
Well, I hope so. The same. I think that the side of FS, have a great chance to prove themselves in this season, and I think that's only going to be starting from them winning out this map of Haven, which is I'm not going to lie, Valor are going to be really difficult. Probably, they're going to have to do a comeback victory, if at all anything, to make this one happen, or keep on to the toes of Valor, fight them with what they're throwing back at them, destroy it right back, play at their own game, keep it competitive, get another 6-6 half, and then decide what you want to do in the second half, because that's going to be where you are going to be on the attack. They are starting off on defense, the side of forgive me, FS. So they're going to be having a little bit of playing ground in the attacking side, because we know on Haven the attack is what favors you the most. So let's wait out, find out, because we're just a couple of minutes away, just a couple of seconds away, to be honest, from going into the agent selection and then the game as well. But I want to know from you, do you think FS have what it takes to take out the side of Valor on this map of Haven?
I feel as though FS, they can take them out. There's a high possibility that they should be able to take them down. And just as I stated, it already does depend on Cortez's performance, because we know that Cactus will perform. We know for a fact that Holy's going to be the one to just completely change everything up. Edshot's also having a good day today. You saw what he did in the map of Icebox. So
yeah,
everyone can be relied upon, but Cortez, he's just been such a coin flip recently. Like, it's a sad thing to say, but at the same time, you know why we're being harsh on that man. Because he has the potential to be an incredible fragger. And as we are going to be heading on down over to the agent selection, let's see what he picks up. Not really a chamber. That's not going to happen. Of course, he's debating us a little bit. But we're expecting the Phoenix there. But for the side of Team Valor, they're also going to be going in for double duelist. But instead, Strokey, he's going to be on the Reyna. And his Reyna pickup is so deadly, man. As soon as Strokey is on that Reyna, he starts getting away with a lot of kills that he really should not be getting.
That is true. We have a double dealer set up on one side, and it looks like it could be followed up unless Cortez wants to go for that breach, which is going to be an interesting face-off against Valor. Cortez. Okay. Now this is going to be a game. We have a game on our hands. This is going to be interesting. And the fact that they even have a Killjoy on their hands, and on the opponent, there is no Killjoy. The breach is just going to be so much more, potent. And I think they're going to make Cortez and Cactus, that dynamic duo which we saw in Icebox, take care of the A side, play yet again together. And I am really excited for this. A double duelist of Jane and Strokey is going to be powerful. They're going to be explosive. They're going to be in your face. But now that Cortez has picked up a breach, I am not quite sure how this is going to turn out. I think FS might just, surprise them because I don't think the side of Valor expected a breach to be played out here.
I don't think they expected it at all, but at the same time, Cortez, I like the fact that he's switching up from that Phoenix over towards that breach. That's going to give him a little bit more of breathing room to work with, at least to grow himself as not just an individual player, but also as a team player. But will he be able to go with Cactus and match his pace? That's the real question. As we head on down over to the game, though, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I'm really worried about. You gotta say that an observer, chef's kiss. He always knows how to get the best cinematic frames. But moving on down from that, FS, this composition is good. Universe, you know that I love this composition, but the Sky is just way more simpler to use in comparison to the Breach when it comes down to this map, because the Breach, you need pinpoint accuracy when it comes down to popping his flashes, because if you misplace his flash even by a centimeter, you're not going to be able to clear out a corner. And that's going to cost Cactus his...
Oh, Cactus!
Imagine costing Cactus his life when you have aim like that. Just...
Are you kidding me?
He doesn't care. Come on, swing! Swing!
No!
Come on! Go get it! Good, one more! Come on, Pasha. You don't ruin the fun like that.
One enemy
Well,
remaining.
it has been ruined.
Spike
Valor.
down, attacker spawn.
There's no way all of these shots are connecting for everybody. That shock dart brings him down to 5. And that's probably going to be the end of this round right here.
You will know.
Coley, he takes out Buster, and that's about it. What the hell just happened there?
Hey, this entire set has been what the hell just happened there. You can put a tagline on there just to make it work.
Oh, man. I really need to consider something, I think that the side of Valor, sometimes their gameplay on their attack is a little too slow. And I think the immediacy with which Cactus read that went straight towards A main and found 3 kills like it was, a walk in the park with him on roller skates. Like cruising through the air.
I honestly think that he just isolated the 1v1s and he just had the better aim. Like, there's no situation where he should have gotten away with this many kills. They knew he was there, but they just missed their shots. I don't think that this was just the strategic diff. This is more like confidence diff. Cactus had so much more confidence in comparison to his opposition that he just walked up and got a freebie. I understand. The first initial fault line came in, the fault line displaced them. Yeah, Cactus can get 1 kill because of that, but to get 2 more? That's just a confidence differential coming in.
Well, there is a small little tech boss from the side of FS itself. And after that great round, a little bit of a lag issue, as it seems, but which has been sorted immediately. And we move straight in. Yet again, a push.
The line.
Oh,
Look at the
boy.
line. Conga line. Conga line.
Look at that! You can see, they're all looking in the same direction, and Cactus, he's been hurt. Cactus, my friend, you need to be careful. Oh, there's a Joan! Oh, no! They've been spotted out, and that's done! Cactus is here! He takes out 1, dashes away! There's no way! What?
Conga line.
Stop it! This
Go
is
back
still
to
the
Hawaii.
second...
Player
No,
standing.
dude. This is still the second round, and we're seeing jumping players from the side of FS. They're having fun in the very beginning of this game, and that's exactly how we want to start this one out. But Valor, they're feeling the pressure head on.
Hey, FS, they're not missing their shots. That's what I meant. Cactus is always going to show up. Cactus is always just going to be that good. Positions are prime, shots are strong, they know what they really needed to do, get that 2-0 scoreline, keep the ball rolling in your court. Keep it going over and over again. Do not stop for even a second here. And with that, Valor, they're shifting their gears. They know what they really need to do at poor old Cactus. He's just like, come on, let me just get out of here. Just want to get into a better spot, but he's just not going to be able to do it. Not today, but... Cactus, you don't have a gun. You're playing with fire, and you wanted to pick up that ultimate point because you can get your Blade Storm. Sadly, that's not going to be the case. They're going to take full control, and they're going to make sure that they control you as much as they possibly can. Strokey, once again, this is what I mean. He always lurks up to positions that he always knows that he can get a proper angle out of. But with this, it's all up to Kohli. Kohli, you need one! It's just not going to be able to get it. A-side control has been given away. And this round is for sure going to go in favor of the second team.
Well, that is true. It is going to definitely go, but damage can be given.
Yeah.
Dominic and Headshot are moving in closer. This is a problem, Strokey. He's being careful, goes in for that heal. But I don't know why, but Dominic ran straight into his own gravity well.
I guess a speed boost. Gotta go fast.
Maybe.
Like, normally people go in for Ferrari swings. He got into a rocket ship using his own gravity well, and he's like, yeah, this is the swing that we've been looking for.
Beautiful gameplay so far in that one round from Valor. But FS have been overall looking much more stronger. With this bye round, they look towards the side of A, where they've not found anything of value in terms of information. Cactus and Cortez are still holding down there, while Valor, I don't understand. Where exactly are they planning to go? Towards A? Towards C? Strokey's holding down right outside B. There's no real game plan here. Finally, a little bit of a stride towards A, but nobody spotted. Buster, the minute he peeks out, he's got Kohli waiting with that Phantom, and he's gonna spray down a couple of bullets. Does not do as much damage as he would have hoped. But JN peeks out, and he scares him away. 43 seconds, 40 seconds left to go. And this is all on FS to read where exactly Valor are going. And it looks like it might just be B.
Valor, they're slow walking their way up, but
30 seconds left.
is this a good spot for them? I don't really think so, because Dominic, he can easily put a damper onto their plans just through the use of one gravity well, one stun. That's all that he's gonna need. With them pushing on down through, he's not gonna be the positions for it, but Dominic's gonna be good for one kill. He gets it out by bullet though. That's gonna be the 1-for-1 that we've been hoping for, but still Cactus, prime positions for him. Here's out the footsteps from the side of Buster, swings out. Jane's gonna be good for the first initial kill. Kohli with the immediate trade-off one towards the other sideline. Here comes the Hunter Spirit. Strokey does get tagged. Strokey gets blocked in the forehead. Cactus is gonna be the one to survive. Jane gets his third. It's a 1-versus-1 situation. Kohli holding it down from the back end. Buster versus Kohli. Who's going to be the one to win out here? Kohli, he does have utility, I do believe. 2 shock darts to work with. So he can possibly clear out a couple of positions. Buster playing it very safe. Running on down over to the back end of it all. He has a camera, but the camera is nowhere near sight. That's an A. He's playing this completely dry. It's not looking that good. Spots on the shoulder. Gets the headshot and the double ding. That's all that he needs.
No more charges.
Pixels will give you the win. 2-2 on the scorecard, ladies and gentlemen. Team Valor, they take a beautiful round for themselves.
That could have gone so many different ways, but the only thing that mattered there was Cortez dying for the side of Valor, because the ultimate came in from Kohli, and he only got the first tag onto the planter. They could have stopped the plant, to be honest, when Strokey was going for it, but it did not happen just because of that ultimate being out, you know, in the hands of Kohli. But it's okay. FS might be in the Nico. It might have been brought down a little, but they're still not out of this. Cactus misses that shot. Now they know that there's a little bit of a push here, and they are etched off of this ace site. They need to be careful. Dominic and Strokey, just a couple of cat whiskers of the crosshair away from each other. As Cactus is still trying to fight this. He's trying to bait out for his teammates as much as he can here. But Valor are aware. they're not going to let this go down just yet. And as Headshot tries to debate them towards the C long side, he takes out the trap wire. Cactus yet again peeks out. He needs that one kill. He's so desperate for that one kill. And Coley's now trying to bait out for his other two teammates. And it's all up to Cortez. Only the one he finds. Cactus, not able to be a thorn like his name suggests. It's gonna go down with just a little bit of damage given. As a backstab from Dominic with a Vandal in his hands could prove to be a little bit of a problem. Headshot delivering something that's true to his name. And it's all onto Dominic now. All that he needs to do is find those two players towards defender side spawn. He's got a clear outing. Oh man, he gets one. Not the second though. He saw the two-man setup there. And now it's up to the last man Headshot. He finds one.
God.
He's down solo. And he has no idea where JN is. He thinks he's towards spawn. He peeks out, but JN is gonna take him down a little too quick. And that's gonna be Valor's number 3.
Sometimes you just need to go in for those swings. You just gotta give yourself that time. And on this 2-3 scoreline, that's all that they needed. Here is where it all begins for Team Valor. They have the momentum once again on their favor, but also, can you really say that it was momentum? That last round was an eco round, mind you, from the side of FS. And they brought it down over to a 1 versus 1 situation. They're gonna be really happy because economic-wise, the side of Team Valor, they're just scraping past with a couple of other buys. Only 2 players have a healthy enough bank to even go in for proper buys in the following round. FS, if they do play their cards proper, this is easy for them. Just hold it down strong. Just take it slow. One player is holding outside of A main. Jiggle peaks are coming on down through. Just hold it, Cactus. You don't miss these shots. We believe in you. He's gonna be able to find it all. 1 kill? Just not gonna happen.
It was really close, but they're forcing him back. Cactus still not afraid to take this fight. Hanging around that rubble of stone. As Strokey, oh no, Strokey.
You try to lurk it. That's Strokey things for you.
Well, oh, Cactus spots out. This no, oh no,
he hits the back. He hits the back.
He hits the shoulder, and now he needs to get away. He's being smoked out by the opponent jet, but he's gone off, and he's safe. For now, though, as Cortez throws in that blind, not gonna be able to get the kill. Buster finds him.
Blind person kills him.
Yeah. Oh, Cactus finds a great kill. Down low, could find the no scope. Not gonna happen, but Coley's here to help him out. And Bullet in the 1v3 with 10 HP, and the world against him has to just go ahead and save this Vandal.
10 seconds
For a
left.
save is not really a good idea here. You want to try and buy up with your team. Once again, not really a lot of money to work with. Good for 2 kills. Wait, never mind. He doesn't need to go in for a save just yet. But still, hey, Dominic, he's like, nope, we ain't doing this, boy. We ain't gonna be going in for this fight. And Bullet, he could possibly get another kill for himself. Playing a couple of mind games. He's making sure that he cannot pick up that operator. Bullet. Smart game sense from this man. He could have easily gone in for the fight, possibly gone in for a kill, but no. What did he do instead? He made sure to waste enough time so that there is no situation in hell that Dominic could have just gone up and picked up that operator for Cactus once again. Cactus being forced into a ridiculous situation of his own. He needs to invest in a Vandal only. No longer a sniper rifle in his hand. He doesn't have that weapon to work with. And with that Team Valor, they can have that sigh of relief, being like, hey guys, we don't have to worry about those long-range engagements anymore. Cactus is not as big of a menace as he was previously. Or he could just be. You never really know.
Okay, now Valor. Oh, Cactus. This time towards the seaside. Finds the advantage. Gets another. Cactus, being a menace as he always is still not giving up his ground. He wants this fight. Pacicidal might have picked up a weapon, but he knows that fighting Cactus right now is a call to death. He wants to get closer, and that fight could be going his way. Nope. Now the spike's in his hand as well. And here's Coley pushing up at the most opportunistic moment And that leaves Strokey yet alone towards B, as he's been in every single round. And they read it like a book. They know Strokey's been there. I don't know why Valor are still continuing with that playstyle. They're playing it so slow, and they're just holding every single angle. They're letting only Strokey move in towards B, and then they just wait. They wait for the opponent to make a mistake until the point where it comes down to 40 seconds, and then they start making a move, thinking about what, you know what, maybe A. They haven't really approached C yet. They haven't made as many strides towards Garage either.
Alarm bot out.
And this looks like this might just be the round as soon as I say it. Here we go.
They have no clue how he gets away with this. He pushes up, he takes his engagements, and he just finds it all. Cortez, okay, sure, buddy. I think
Did somebody just crawl past him? Wait, how did JN go past him?
Okay, JN, sure, buddy.
There's no way Dominic expected it, but he's gonna go down. And that gives JN a fighting chance. But he's surrounded.
For what? 2 kills?
I mean, yep, maybe. Nope. Forget I said anything.
Going through. FS, once again, they have the advantage. Cortez, he's been doing an incredible job with all of his own utility as well. Throwing out all of his breach flashes, breach stuns in perfect succession with one another to facilitate Cactus to go in for a lot of these aggressive plays. And Cactus, he's living and breathing in the moment. When your Jet is just so fearless, you know for a fact that if you have a strong breach on your side, you're going to be able to perform. And Cortez, he is bringing up those performances. Look at the scorecard alone. 8 and 4 on a breach. On a Haven, mind you, because on Haven, playing a breach is really difficult. You cannot get a lot of kills because this map does not facilitate a breach playstyle. But Cortez, he doesn't care. He has his buddy Cactus on his side. He is his right-hand man. And he's like, just go. Go in for the kills. I'll give all of the information to you in the entire world. I'll set it up for you. You just need to click those heads. And Cactus, he's just happy to oblige.
Well, with the small little pause that's come in from the side of Valor, it should give them time to think. Because their economy is in shambles right now. And they've given away 3 rounds in a row after picking up 3 in a row themselves. 4 ultimates available on the defense. How do you counter that? And one of them is a Rolling Thunder. A Killjoy ultimate. A Sova ultimate. And the Cosmic Divide. Pretty much everything that they would need for a retake is here. Aggressive. I don't know how, even if the site is given away to Valor, I don't know how FS are not going to win that. With the amount of utility they have and with the amount of ultimates that they have.
So we are going to be taking a small pause because of technical difficulty from the side of Pasha. Cortez, he's having his little bit of a ritual with his buddy Dominic. They're both now with one another, and they're praying to the gods together. The ritual that will give them the possibility of a win heading on down over on this map, because currently with this pause, all the momentum that FS did gain is pretty much thrown out of the window. Are you going to be able to bring it back? I don't really think so.
Well, we're gonna find that soon enough. Pasha Sahil has disconnected. We are gonna be waiting his reconnection, but until then, Valor, this might just be the break of momentum that they've been looking for. Oh boy. There is an operator available on Cactus as well, so they might as well go for that aggressive peek towards A, which it looks likely looking at the map. He's going towards A short, and he might just be found by the players of Valor. And I don't expect him to not find a kill. But this wait might make him a little restless and maybe think of something else. Now, with everything that is on the line here, we need to consider what exactly is it that is on stake. Valor have pretty much all of their tournaments that they've played in the TC Gauntlet, all 3 seasons. They have been playoff contenders. They have come to the playoffs. They've played it up till maybe the second round at most, but haven't gone further than that. Multiple times they've been relegated from the playoffs in the first round itself by being sent down to lower brackets. But this time they are yet again here, looking to maybe redeem themselves. But having lost a map already, and this map looking like FS are really comfortable on, I'm not sure if they want to let that go the way it is looking like. They really need to make a difference in the way that they are playing right now. Valor, with their, meticulously slow gameplay, might just bite them in the back because we need them to shift their game plan a little bit. We know we're comfortable. We know they're comfortable with the way they play, but every single time we see them lose our rounds because of that, it's just been a little bit heartbreaking because it's kind of like FS basically have them on a platter and they're eating them for dinner. Five to 3 now. And the only viable scoreline that Valor can look for in this first half is maybe 6-6 or 7-5. Them taking the lead here looks unlikely at this point. And with that, Pasha Sahil is back in the server. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be continuing the game in just a couple of seconds. Pasha Sahil has made his way into the server and we are good to go. As soon as he's loaded up, we're going to hit that unpause button and we're going to go straight into this game. Valor are ready. FS are ready. And this is probably going to be setting the tone for the rest of the game. Valor win this, they are going to be able to make a huge difference. But if they don't, then they are going to be in trenches that they do not want to find themselves in. Here we go. This is your chance, Valor, to pull yourselves back into this game in the first half itself, as FS aggress yet again on A, and nobody to contest Cactus there. And they move in towards B. A lot of utility being placed in here by Dominic as he is being spotted out as well. Gets away from there, all the bullets. The plan will go down. And there's response from either side. They're not letting the plan go down. And Dominic, his perfect positioning is gonna get him 1 kill. Coley finds another and dashes away. Cactus, he's alive. How is he alive? Pasha should have gotten that kill. And here's the ultimate, the Rolling Thunder. And then Cactus finds Bullet, who is trying to cover up for Pasha Sahil. And a team ace win. 4 players stay alive for the side of FS. 1 ultimate committed equal to 1 round win. And even that 1 ultimate was just for 1 player. It was just to catch Pasha Sahil. They were so confident in this round, FS. Dominic sneaking through that smoke like that. And him finding those amazing positioned kills. It's all the side of FS needed. And now Coley, he spots out JN as he was spotted out himself. And that's gonna give him something as Cactus pushes up yet again. He is not afraid of anything. Picks up that Vandal. No, he's still holding down with the operator as they jump straight into the SIT. He finds Coley. Dominic goes down as well, and that's gonna be a 3 versus 4. Valor finally have something on their hands to work with. And Pasasile could put an end to this round right here, right now, with Strokey baiting him out. Not need be. Cactus gets the trade. Strokey is gonna lose his life, and Pasasile can just casually walk away from here. But he is being a little bit cheeky. Jayan takes down Headshot, the only man coming from the spawn. And Cactus is gonna run away with the third as Pasha is taken down. But this is gonna be a Valor round. The save has been called, and that's gonna be it. 6-3 now. Makes it 6-4 as soon as that spike goes down, and there it is. Valor finally respond back after giving away 6 rounds in a row. But FS are not deterred. They are gonna have a full buy, a full-fledged buy on their hands with economy blasting through the roof. And Valor are just now beginning to build up their own.
Placing sentry.
Valor yet again towards A.
Found them.
Oli, he spotted a couple of players, and he's gonna get pushed off his position himself, as his drone is gonna allow him to spot 2, and he's waiting towards short, where he's gonna get pushed off of again. And he's got Cortez to support, and here's a Cosmic Divide to stop them from coming in as well. As Cortez, he's got great positioning. Oh boy, that gap could be a problem. And Valor realized that, and they're not gonna go through with it.
They're waiting to see what they can find. But for now, this Cosmic Divide could be a reverse Cosmic Divide coming down through from the side of Pasha. He's throwing out a beautiful wall. That's gonna clear up multiple different sidelines. Coley's gonna be the one to jump one down through. He's trying to go in for the fight. Cactus goes down through, but still Jane and Strokey, they're gonna be able to shut down 2 more. The defenders, they're falling apart, but Cortez, he's still in a good spot. If this Astral Divide does not go down in a matter of a couple of seconds, Cortez, he's in such a good spot to cut off a couple of the rotations, but he's just gonna wait. He's just gonna chill. He's not gonna go anywhere. And with that, poor old Buster's probably just dead also. But
30 seconds left.
these Astro Nebulas, these are placed down so well by Dominic. But Strokey, he's just sitting in there. He's chilling. The timing.
Enemy remaining.
How does he get away with this every single time? Strokey on these lurks.
But there's nothing he can do. It's done. The
10
round's
seconds
over.
left.
Yeah.
Settle.
He should have gone with his team. I don't know why he was there.
Last round in the half.
Same question on my mind. Strokey should have been the entry over there for his team with the JN, because I remember JN was pretty low. And he waited in that smoke, maybe to, you know, put that backstab into action. But it was going to be a huge, huge task, because from A to C is a long journey. And the plan didn't even go down, because Headshot, well, he's been on an absolutely crazy form today. Okay,
Oh my god, Cactus! Cactus is like, run away, Jet! Run away, Jet! Swat that fly. Get that fly swat and just smack him out of the air.
Are you... Okay, I mean, it is an eco or semi-buy of sorts, so I'm gonna let that slide, but still, Valor are being pushed up so heavy. Look at this! How is Cactus allowed to do this, man? Pasha's Isle is gonna take him down, but Coley is right there to get the revenge for his teammate. And another flash coming straight in as Cortez finds the head, looking for the last. Bullet is gonna get... Oh, careful there, Cortez. As Coley wants to
Switching
kill...
sides.
He's giving the punishment. He's giving the punishment, being like, hey. You're supposed to check your corners. You're not supposed to run around with utility in your hand, man. He's teaching him a lesson inside of the game. a little bit dark from our producer, the joke that came on down through, but it's completely fine. But for now, what we can expect from the side of FS is just a little bit more control. They have the ball in their court. It's an 8-4 scoreline. If you just win out on the pistol here, it's already over. I always say this, the pistol are a throwaway round. Yes, at the very start of the game. But the second pistol round carries a lot more weight if you won out on the first pistol or if you're on the losing side. Because as soon as the team who gets the double pistol round wins, they get 4 rounds for themselves. 4 rounds ahead of your opposition most of the time, and that's going to be so crucial. Coming on down over onto this JN, he's trying to get a little bit of success like Cactus last time around by swinging out and maybe getting a couple of kills for himself, but still Cortez, he's right around the corner. Come on, one flash. Yeah, he's not using the damn thing. This is going to be costly for them.
Last player standing. Spike down
The
A.
utility was there, but FS, they didn't use any of it.
I got the spike.
Headshot. Good enough to clutch out rounds like this. Gets one. Looking for the second. He gets it.
Okay.
And he can run away with the spike. He's got 50 seconds to do so. But he's holding on. And Pasha's right here. He wants to know whether Pasha's here or not. Because as soon as he finds out where Pasha is, he can get out of this position. But now Pasha's got him
Can't get out
covered.
anymore.
Oh,
Calling
boy.
my bot.
You need to be careful, my guy. He can sneak away
30 seconds
from
left.
the A side itself, but he wants Pasha to think that he's gone away. But he's... I don't know.
Big
This
brain,
is like
the big brain. Big brain, the big
both,
brain.
yeah, big brain, the big brain, and then the big brain blasts into
Medium
I don't know
brains.
what. Yeah, whatever. But he's got a couple of seconds left. He needs to find this plan, and
10
Pasha
seconds
Styles in the
left.
perfect place to do so. And there it is.
Free kill for him. Pasha knew what was up. Headshot, he loves to play these fights like these. He likes to take it a couple of steps further when it comes down to these clutch rounds. And in that sense, he just got caught out. And FS, they're not looking as good as you would have hoped for, but it's fine. It is a little bit dicey, but it's FS we're talking about. They can bring it on back. But what I am surprised about is the fact that I did see a Marshall in the hands of Cactus, but Cactus is not going to be using it just for it yet. Now, Universe, I want to ask you this question. The Marshall is probably the most strongest weapon in the entire game right now. And you cannot change my mind about it. 950 credits for a weapon that can one-shot to the head. And it's a deadly weapon if you have a really good aim. You can buy it on any round. Let it be an eco, let it be just something you're forcing out. It's also a really strong gun to play for upgrades as well. It's just a better Sheriff, in my opinion. You just pay an extra 150 credits and you have the long-range potential of a Sheriff. It's like having a chamber, but on steroids.
I have to agree. I think that the Marshall is absolutely amazing.
I've been getting so much success with the Marshall recently in all of my ranked games.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I've
it's
fallen in love.
beautiful to look at as well.
Strong crosshair placement factor, the high movement speed, and also the insane unscoped accuracy just allows you to completely take control of an entire game just because of that one weapon. If you're good with it, you can pay dividends with it immediately right then and there. But for now, at least, with the pause coming on down through, it's just... how do we push it forward when you're on the side of Team Valor? It's their chance to shine. It's their chance to take it down to the 8-6 scoreline and possibly stop any form of momentum being gained by the side of Team FS. But the way that FS have been playing, they know how to switch up their strategies according to what they really want to do. And if Cortez is able to settle themselves in the position of that breach to play a lot more passively now, I think that the success rate for FS will skyrocket immediately, but it all depends once again on Cortez being able to understand his passive playstyle, because on attack, if your breach is overly aggressive, you're losing out on the best form of utility that you have. In that last round in particular, when it came down to the pistol, you saw me just shouting out for one flash. If he flashed there, 2 people would have died instantly. But without that flash, you saw what happened.
Yeah, I did. Now, if you are going to see what exactly FS can do, it has to be from the next run, not this one. Because this, maybe they can give damage, agreed. And Cactus has been on an absolute rampage today. So, let's find out what exactly is going to be the case. Because if they find some sort of damage here, maybe 3 kills or 4 if they're lucky, they can put Valor in a motion of pressure that they have been doing since the first half. But I don't think it's likely because all 5 players of Valor have Spectres with full armor. They are not messing around. They won these wins. They don't care about having to save up economy for operator or anything whatsoever. They just want the win of the round. That's the only thing they need to be worried about right now.
Looking to see what they can do to bring this one back for themselves, but for now at least, what do you expect to happen? It's on the 8 and 5. And there's not really much to say here. Considering how the side of Team Valor have been playing, coming on down through on their own attacking rounds. If we go on that, then I would say the defensive side is quite strong because they are playing together as a squad, but in a way, I would have to say that Strokey needs to play with the team just a little bit more because, yeah, he's getting a lot of value from lurks, but the lurks are just not as present as they should be now, are they? Because, yeah, the lurk is getting value, he's getting information, he's getting map control, but what are his teammates doing? He's not really playing it with them. And Reyna's one of those characters that can facilitate a push really well, because the Reyna flash exists not to get the Reyna into the side, but to get her teammates in. That's why a Reyna and a Jet is one of the strongest combinations in the game. Yes, Phoenix is strong because he can facilitate his own pushes, or he can play Phoenix as a support style character. We have seen Phoenix just pop off as a carry and also as a support. The support Phoenix is something that I rarely ever see being played in our region, and I'm really hoping that one of these teams will one day pick it up. Support Phoenix is godly if you can play it proper. And in that sense, the duelist meta, I don't know. I'm gonna go on a limb here and I'm gonna start a different conversation as we are gonna be waiting here, Universe, for a little bit. I want your ideology about agents that play different roles. For example, Sage, can you actually even call her a Sentinel anymore? No, it's pretty much a duelist that has a couple of slow abilities. And then there's Phoenix. Phoenix doesn't have a current place in the meta pretty much. Yeah, there are some maps where he's good, some strategies where he's strong, but does Phoenix play as an entry fragger? Not really. You normally see him as a support character because of the amount of utility that he has as a duelist. So, with all of these factors coming into play, I feel as though that the roles given to certain agents, it doesn't do them justice whatsoever.
That'll work.
Like, that, it's just a title of a role and that's it.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think that sometimes some agents can be played as others. Sage being one of the prime examples, but alright, that's all for speculation, which we can talk about later as we've got FS starting off after that pause that we got, and they're moving in towards Garage as Cactus with this shorty looking to make, oh, look at this, oh boy. Look at this here. What a setup towards Garage. Oh my god. Praying machine by Strokey, but only one more.
Remaining.
He would have won it.
Down mid. And the enemy was punished.
But what the hell just happened there?
That's what you call a lawnmower when you rev it up and you let it go. Like, it just came in and it just walked through all of the weed and it's like, okay, sure. We're just gonna be here and we're just gonna do our own thing from the sidelines. Good shots from the side of Strokey. Spray control on point to get those 3 kills. And with that, that's the 8-6 scoreline that we were hoping for. Strokey, as soon as he gets that level of control, it's just on a different tear. He's now back in his element. He's now back hitting all of his shots as well. But they need to be careful because with this Byron coming on down through, things could be deadly. And Strokey, he is showing up, shutting down the menace known as Cactus, not giving him a chance to breathe here, not anymore at least. And with that, FS, they lose out on their duelist. They have no way of taking these proper entry frags anymore. And Cortez needs to get out of this sticky situation. Needs to get away, find himself a better position, or possibly take out JN in the process as well. JN, he's going in for a swing, but the timing!
Wow, my eyes are
They don't spot each other.
Yeah, they don't. And Buster here, though, goes down to headshot. They're taking control of the B side, and Coley inside the smoke, gonna take out Strokey, and Jan in the backstab is gonna do nothing but die. And it's all in the bullet, as well as Pasha.
Last player standing.
One of them's already fallen, and it's the only one left, Bullet. And he's gonna go down to Cortez pretty easy. Number 9 comes up for the side of FS. They might be starting to run away with this. This could be the one propelling round that they needed. Valor will still have a bye. But do they still have the momentum is the question. And the operator has been picked up by JN. And this has to be the defining factor of their victory, if at all it comes. Because if JN pops off starting right now, Valor have a chance.
Bring it all back and run it back as well. It's all that we're hoping for.
drone.
First initial round for many more. Cactus, he does get spotted out with the owl drone, does take it out. JN misses the shot. That's gonna be a crucial one to miss as well. Bullet, he needs to get his buddy out of this sticky situation. A couple of shock dart lineups not really working out in his favor. He's panicking, and the panic is justified because now with the lockdown, they need to give up the side. They can't stay here, not anymore. Buster, he's trying to stick it down through. He's like, come on, let me go, let me in, let me in. And JN, he gets caught. Colin gets a freebie for himself as well. Poor old Bullet. He thought he could get away, but no. He
Spike
dies,
planted.
and now they don't even have a recon pool to work with. How do they retake the site?
We're gonna have to find out. Buster has his cam available, which could give information, but Cactus, he's terrorizing the remaining of his teammates. And by the time they get into the site, they would have already seen the face of death. And JN will have to save this operator. But he's getting pushed upon. Cactus goes down. They're looking to get more. Flashes coming in. Buster takes down. Needs to take down one more. Not gonna happen. And now they're chasing JN. They don't want him to save this. And they're jumping around. They're floating in the air. And JN is just
doesn't
looking at a
survive.
bunch of ghosts chasing, wanting to kill him. And no operator saved either. Number 10 comes up, and FS are looking in their prime position to win this series 2-0. What do you do right now if you are the side of Valor? Another eco in your hands, and that's number 11 that should be going the side of the attackers. And potentially the match point is just a round away.
This is what we kind of expected though as well, didn't we? The Reyna, it's good, but unless you get a strong lead on your own attacking side, that Reyna's not going to be able to pay a lot of dividends now, is it? It's that Feast and Famine agent that if you get strong start with it, it's going to be good, but Bullet? How is he still alive? He finally does die here to the hands of Cortez, but that's gonna hurt him just a little bit. Headshot right around the corner, spots out one of the players. Shots are gonna be taken one by one. They're gonna go all in. Headshot just does a 360. He's like, Strokey,
Spike
come
planted.
into my arms, but Strokey just obliges. Sure.
Well, it is a 4v4, but the plan is gone down and it's ticking across the seconds. Cactus finds JN. Nothing he could do with that shorty. And here's utility being dumped upon Strokey and Pasha. Though they found 2-3. And it's all into Coley. Suddenly he's turned around like nothing. What?
I have.
Thrifty.
Well, then sure. thrifty. They jumped down, they got the shots, they got the kills, and they made it work. That's
Simple as that, huh? Simple as that.
Hey, simplicity is key.
Simplicity is key, but that round was supposed to be simple for the side of FS, not Valor. Them winning out that thrifty is gonna mean huge for their economy and for their confidence. Thanks to Strokey and Pasha Sahel. And now Valor, they've got a little bit of footing to go off on. But the A side's been left alone. Oh boy, this is a problem. And Cactus could just casually walk inside. They're waiting. They want to play the retake on A. And they've got setups on Garage and C heavily. And Buster is going to be able to take down 2.
Cage triggered.
Valor are making it work yet again. They're trying to make a comeback happen. But how far along will they go this time is the question.
Unsteady wins the race, but Cactus, he has gone in a forward position for himself. He has the entirety of the A side under his control. No Hunter's Fury as well from the side of Bullet, but he knows that he just needs to live. That's going to be a 5 versus 3 retake. What is he even worried about? And Dominic, he's here on towards the side of mid, trying to go in for a lurk. Maybe if he can find something for himself. Cactus, you don't need to go in for this hero play. And Strokey, he swings out, he gets the kill on the lurker. He expected it. That's exactly what he would have done. Put himself in the shoes of the attacker, and that's how it all falls apart as well here. One more play, one more swing, one more fight, and it's already over, and it's done and dusted. One on the left, one on the right. Cactus! He's gonna be good. Rolling Thunder's gonna be strong for another one. Cortez, he's still alive. He still has one more flash to work with as well. Swing out. He's gonna be chained with the operator just being a lot more quicker.
Thank you.
He was just afraid. He didn't want to use his flashes. He didn't want to use his utility because of the timing possibly not being in his favor. That's 10 and 8 and a nice try from Cortez, but they were just not gonna be the ones to close this one out.
Oh, that could have gone the side of towards the side of FS, but it just was not enough. Cactus and Dominic, 2 players left. Sorry, forgive me. Cactus and Cortez, 2 players left. And Cortez, if he had just hit that ultimate a little bit towards his left, maybe.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
I think it would have been that would have been FS winning the round. But now they're gonna have to play on them this residual eco that is on their hands, and if they lose this, Valor will equalize. Period. FS need to win this round if they want to make a statement to finish this game in their favor sooner than expected, and it's all onto Cactus. Towards the B side, he is waiting, takes out that tripwire, and Buster knows. Does not spot anybody coming through, and that camera sound cue is gonna allow Cactus to just hold his ground and wait. He does not need to give away anything, as everybody from FS is ready to jump straight into this B site. Here we go. Here's that recon. Buster's been spotted, and it's all onto Cactus. He saw him in the peripheral, but Buster finds him anyway. 4 versus 5. Ultimates being ready to use, but Valor look like they don't need them because they've got Buster. He's got a 3rd for himself. He's looking for more, but Bullet says he wants to join in the party. Gets a 1st and finds a 2nd. And Valor are up to 9 and maybe a 10th as well.
No more charges left.
They're making it happen. They're doing it. Looking at the scorecard as well, it's gonna be a 10 and 10 scoreline. There's no way that the side of FS, they can even come on back from this. How do you come back from this? You need a pause, you need a break of momentum, you need something here. You need a miracle to make this work. Cactus, he had such a strong performance on the side of defense, but on the attack? What's going wrong for them? Where's the facilitation of any of these pushes? Where are the flashes, man? I don't see it. FS, they're making mistakes, and they're dying because of it.
Well, they're going straight towards garage where the Pasha Sahil waiting for them. He gets a 3-man spray down. As Kohli's the only one to trade. Now he has... Okay, Kohli. Busters just straight up demolishes him through that wall. That's gonna be number 10. And here's where FS need to start tightening their shoelaces. Because Valor are in this race. And FS have taken a break for far too long. You need to start getting back on the track running. Or else you're gonna go far too behind.
It's 10 and 10.
Heading to the above.
Possibly the last buy round that they can get even as well. For the side of FS, that is. They have guns, but they do not have the economy for another
You are
loss.
divided.
If they lose here, they're gonna get forced onto an eco, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Cactus playing it super risky, but he's still gonna be able to find that plan. No one's there to deny him. They don't know what's up just yet. Positions are good. The outrone's gonna be able to clear on multiple different angles. Kohli holding in from the back end of window. No one's going in for a flank on them, so this is good. Everyone's playing from inside of the side. This is gonna be strong, but still with the other Astral Byte coming on down in. This is gonna be beautiful. Kohli, he needs the Hunter's Fury. He needs to do it right here and right now. Timing's gonna be going on down through. Here comes the flashes. One on the left, one on the right. Hello, look around you, man. Cortez.
What the hell's happening? Finally, Dominic coming on the flank. He's gonna find one. And here's headshot coming in for 2. Kohli gets the last. And FS finally find a round after giving away 3. It's a similar story to how we saw in Icebox, except that one round that they needed finished off the game. Here, they need to find 2 more. And Valor are not done yet. They've got economy, they've got bank, they've got money. And they're gonna be able to buy up, I think, until the last round.
Yeah, they have more than enough to work with. Doesn't matter what happens to them. But for FS, they still are looking quite rough around the edges. 2 of their players don't have enough to go in for proper buys, even if they do win out on the round pretty much. So they need to be careful how they want to approach this, because JN, that was such a crucial shot. You missed it, man. That was an opportunity they have, and that you needed that for life. The outrun, it doesn't clear him out. That's gonna be the first initial kill. Good for another shot, possibly as well. Strokey's gonna be able to find a second. Strokey, you're an absolute rat. He's gonna be able to do a lot. But still, Kohli's gonna be the one to shut him on down out. Kohli. He catches an over-aggressive Strokey, and that's all that he needs.
Oh,
JN.
He needs to be careful. He needs this shot. He does not care about the recon, but that's gonna give Kohli just enough of a room to get out of it.
Oh, Kohli. He's not gonna expect this. Buster, free kill. This is a free kill, right? Please,
Yes.
tell me this.
No!
Oh, no. I think I jinxed it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna walk away. I'm sorry. Team Valor, they're gonna hate me now.
Oh, FS might have just taken the final step here, or the penultimate step at least.
Right here.
JN has heard the reload. He knows where one player is, and Bullet's gonna find Kohli. So that's 2v2, 2v1.
Well, that's how the cookie crumbles.
Wow, JN. 1 blade, 1 headshot, 2nd blade, 2nd headshot. Amazing stuff from Valor. A round that looked like it was all lost hope, but they pull it back 11-11. And like I said before the map started, Aggressive, this is going to be a lot more competitive than Icebox. FS are good on Haven. Valor are great on Haven. And that's exactly why we have the scoreline in front of us right now. 2 ultimates to secure this round for FS, looking wildly better than what Valor have. That is a Rolling Thunder along with the Killjoy lockdown. And with Kohli clearing out as many corners as he can, he's not still spotted out the operator, and that could be a problem.
Strokey, though, he has pushed up all the way down towards the side of C long. He knows for a fact that there's no one pushing on towards the C sideline. They can just wait. They can just chill. They don't have anything to worry about, but they need this ultimate to come on down through almost immediately. Not really a lot of time to work with. Going out of multiple different corners. Shots are going to be taken. Headshot. He's going in for a swing. This was such a dangerous fight. Why did they go in for it? It's gonna be strong, that's gonna be deadly, but still JN, he's gonna be so good. Once again, where are the ultimates? Cortez, you have it. Just throw it out.
Shot's done.
Pick it apart, but still Kohli's gonna be good with the shock dart to go in for that trade, sending it down over to a bare minimum of a good spot, but is this really a good spot even anymore? Pasha gets another kill. I think we're looking at map number 3. We're staring down the barrel of it.
30 seconds left.
It's just about a couple of more seconds. Buster, he finds the first. He can see the second. Struggling to connect, but Valor take the lead. For the first time in Haven. In the second half. Oh my word. What an intense game. This has been aggressive. Do you see the overtime coming in, or?
I don't think so. Just look at their economy. They're playing with Spectres. Yeah, I know the Spectre is a better gun than the Vandal. Boo-hoo, the chat is gonna tell me that. But even with the superior weaponry that FS have, it's gonna be difficult. The level of potential that the side of Valor have shown, they are confident. Their confidence cannot be broken, not yet. They need their spirit shattered to make this one work for themselves, but still the Hunter Spirit could just make evidence here. And Strokey, finally the menace has been stopped. He's been such a thorn on their sides, and now without Strokey holding down every single goddamn lurk angle possible, he can make a possible push down towards these different sidelines. But Buster, he's holding it down so strongly and so beautifully as well, down towards the B side. His aim is reigning supreme, and Cortez, he has a rolling thunder to boot to make sure that he gets this final push down for his team. Pushing on down through, flashes coming on down in. Buster not having a good day here. Shots are gonna be strong. Kohli's gonna be good for the double. Buster comes in down through and swings it for another one for himself. And now it's all up to Buster. Buster, you're good, you're strong. He has the HP to boot as well. He can pick up the spike and get himself into a proper position. It's all up to him. He has the camera. 15 seconds left on the clock. That's all that he needs. That's all that he needs to bring down to the table. Dominic, just play it fast, man. You don't really have a lot of time. You need to get this camera out immediately.
No more charges left.
He's gonna plant the spike. That's the chance that he needs. 4 seconds left on the clock. This is such an intense situation. 1 versus 1. Buster's in prime position. Dominic, he has no idea on Buster. He closes it. Team Valor, they head us out over to map number 3. Right from the brink of defeat. Buster, he's gonna be the one that gets the clutch and gets it all done.
Defenders win.
I always play high stakes. My truths stay hidden for one day more.
Oh, man. To have a comeback victory, to come in from that sort. 10-7 they were down, and they came up 13-11. What a game it has been from Valor, and they've shown that Haven is their map. It took them a while to get back into the game, but they made sure that they took the long route. They were being, absolutely pressured, but they thrive. Let's have a look at the match highlights to get back and see what was the side of Valor doing everything right. This was one of those rounds where I loved that, Valor, they kind of, you gave it away over here, but FS, they did a good job. But in the end, Valor showed that they had that, they were ready to run the marathon instead of the sprint. And that's all they needed.
Especially Buster, man. Buster just showed up so much throughout this entire game. I personally feel as though if it wasn't for Buster, there is no situation in hell that the side of Team Valor could have won this. clutching out round after round, getting kill after kill, multi-kills for days. He didn't miss a single round where he didn't get a multi-kill. And that's one of the main reasons why Team Valor were able to mount such a massive comeback for their side. They knew what they really needed to do. Shots were going to be clean as well, but at the very end, why did they fall apart? It's because of the utility usage. Primarily that, because Cortez, he's good. He's so beautiful when it comes down to his raw mechanical skill, but the timing of the breach utility, I just don't see it.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think that in the beginning he had it all in his hands, but as
On
time
attack, it's
progressed,
difficult. That's the thing. Like the attacking side, it's so much more difficult to work with. It's just a speechless situation for the both of us because we're trying
yeah,
to figure it all out. We're trying to say some words of encouragement for the side of FS, but they made mistakes. And because of those mistakes, they just started falling apart. They started crumbling under the pressure. Team Valor, they carried on the momentum. And where were the pauses? We didn't see a single pause come on down through. And these momentum breaks are just so important when it comes down to the game of Valorant, especially when Buster is just having such a good aim day, man. Just these highlight reels right at the very end, starting from the 10-7 scoreline, were all Buster. Buster, 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 Buster. That's all that it was. This was the Buster show, pretty much.
yeah, and I have to agree that as much as Buster did put in the second half of this game, I think in the first half it was first half of the comeback that was instituted was done by pretty much every member. Because I'm looking at the scoreboard, and Coley and Cactus might have been on 25 and 22, but the team effort put in by Strokey 18, Buster 18, Pasha Sahel 16, 15 on Bullet, and 15 on JN. Team effort throughout for the side of Valor, and it shows everybody performed. Whereas on the other side, Dominic didn't really have as much of an impact as he could have had in terms of kills. 9 kills on him, while the rest of his team is ahead by 6. And maybe if he had gotten maybe a couple more, his team would have edged out. And they would be celebrating their run to the second round of the lower brackets. But we are going to split. Now, Gracie, I'm going to ask you the direct question. What do you think is going to happen on split?
Personally, I say that split is gonna be a win going in the favor of the side of FS. Primarily because FS, they have the better track record on this map. Plus, another problem that I would say that from the side of Team Valor is they don't have Hunter on their side for this map in particular. His breach is penultimate pretty much. Without that breach, there is no way they're going to be able to push their way forward. Who's going to play the breach now? Bullet? Bullet's a really good initiator player, but Split needs a strong facilitation for a breach or possibly a sky. And I don't know if anyone from the side of Team Valor can actually play that character to the fullest of his own abilities.
I mean, a breach is honestly, a great character. I think that as an initiator to get map control with his utility, to find spaces cleared out with utility, damage on top of that, concussions, and the ultimate, which literally gives you an earthquake. Breach is a great character, but like you said, it requires a lot of coordination, teamwork, and specificity, which I believe comes only after a lot of team practice on certain maps, with certain strats in place. Breach could be a great agent, will be a great agent on Split, in my eyes, because it's a bare size of the map. Breach will dominate on Split, but we're gonna have to see if it's gonna be chosen or not, because just heard that we are going straight into side to the map of Split, and we are going to have no breaks. So that's great news because we are waiting to find out who exactly is going to win this. And of course, we've got another matchup after this as well. So everybody, sit tight, get your seatbelts on, because we have got Hunter coming in.
Wait a minute. That's gonna be strong on this side now. Maybe Team Valor, they could bring this one in. If Hunter's gonna come into play right now, the real fun's just about to begin. Because you know why Hunter's such an important pickup for them. He just adds that different level of flavor. And with that, he's just going to be able to control it so much more in comparison to everyone else. He has such a massive agent pool when it comes down to just initiators. Yes, of course, Sova is his primary, but everyone else, they can also pay dividends just because of his own skills. But for now, here, Universe. Split. What are we expecting when it comes down to the terms of strategies? Looking at the win rates and looking at how FS have been playing previously, they have a very defensive approach to the side of Split. But for the other side of the spectrum, Valor, I really am questioning how they take their approaches on Split. Because it feels as though as soon as they get on the map of Split, they want to play it overly aggressive. And if JN is not able to hit his shots, he keeps on trying to go in for the same engagement over and over again until he finally gets a kill off of it. And if he does that against FS, and if he gets punished for it constantly, that's going to feed the confidence of all the members of FS. And if FS have confidence in their own capabilities, that's when the entire match just starts snowballing out of control. They need to be careful of how they handle this snowball because FS, they're just so unstable as a team that if you don't properly take an initiative to just shut them down, they're gonna run you over like a rampaging bull.
Yep, that is true. And now that all the players are loaded in, we have got Split coming up in your way, ladies and gentlemen. The final map between Valor and FS that is going to determine who is going to stay in this competition, who's going to stay in this playoffs in the lower brackets. And here's the agent selection coming up on your screen right now. No messing around, straight up going for the locks. Coley locks in that KO, as we know FS to play on this map of Split. They follow that lineup similar to what we've seen from EXO. Ashasayo with that Astra, JN with that Jet, and looks like Hunter will be going for... Okay, Hunter with that KO is going to be really interesting. I've not seen him before in the KO.
It's been a while since we've last seen Hunter on anything other than a Breach and a Sova, but this KO could just pay massive dividends for their side because it's just something that they have not really played around with as often as they should have, because KO currently in the meta, it's not that good, but at the same time, it has its perks when you pick it up on Split. Is it as good as a Breach? Not really. Is it something that could throw off your opposition if you do play it properly? Yes. The ultimate just adds so much more dynamic flavoring to the way KO can be played, but one thing is for certain, the flashes are strong, but in a way, I think that his flashes are not as good as the other agents, especially when you consider the initiators.
Oh man, this is a lineup of interest. We've got a Sage as well as a Killjoy.
I knew it. I knew it.
Hunter, at the last moment, he's going to juke us. And we are going to see the Sova come in. I was hoping to see the Sova, the resident Sova from Hunter, as we are going to be seeing a KO against the Sova in the form of Coley versus Hunter. Finally, the deal comes in. And, you know, honestly, I have to say it's interesting on both sides because we've got a Raze duelist play against a Jet duelist play of JN, where Cortez now has taken on the reins. Cactus has gone to what we know him to be, and that is the Killjoy role. So, a lot of interesting things here. Let's jump into the game and find out what's going to happen.
Yeah, the game is going to be an interesting one, primarily because the agent selections, it's not really something that you would like to see. Yeah. Team Valor, I know that they have gotten a lot of success playing that Sova, but come on, it's a Sova on Split. Isn't it like a Valorant law to never pick this character, even in ranked? Like, I'm pretty sure that the laws have been made just to not pick this character up on this map.
I guess. But let's find out whether or not it's going to turn out to be how we would expect it to be. A mid push here that is being stopped by that wall from the defense. As FS are being careful about this. Pasha Sahil could spot out the shoulder, and he takes it out! A triple headshot, 2 headshot. And I don't know why he did not move away from that position. I think he kind of, maybe he lagged. Did he lag out? I think he lagged out.
Possibly, but for now at least, lag is not going to be the thing that saves you. But JN, he's looking to bust a couple of heads off his load down towards the side of A main. Pauline not really going to get a lot of information off of that 1 KO knife, but he's just going to throw away the 0 point and just run on away, recycle that cooldown as much as he possibly can. That's the thing. That's what a lot of players don't really get about characters on cooldowns. If you're just able to cycle through the abilities fast enough, just get a lot more uses out of it instead of just waiting for the perfect time. But JN! He didn't need to. He just didn't need to go in for a dash play like that. Come on, man.
A little too reckless for your own good, but the plan has gone down. Now in this 4v4, the side of FS have to come in for the retake, and that is gonna give them so much information. They know Pasha Sahil's here, but they don't know that Hunter's there as well. And there's one. They're not gonna worry about Hunter at all, and this sneaky little man is gonna be able to find value out of that. But he needs to find heads. Bullet's gonna take out Coley, and here's Hunter coming from heaven, and he's gonna go down after the one. Cortez, all alone. The plant has been diffused out. He has more than enough time to get this, and he is going to find a pistol for his team. FS pull out the pistol after a chaos caused in every single part of the map.
Chef's kiss of a round. Beautifully done from all the members of FS. They knew what was up. They knew what they really needed to do. Switch up your strategies, turn it around, snap your fingers, and just take them out of existence pretty much. And you can see that Cortez, he was more than happy to oblige. Not a single shot missed. He did his job. He got the kills. He got the spike defuse. Got us in the round. 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, the first initial round for many more coming on down through for the side of FS. Now though, how do they want to move forward in this? This is an anti-eco, but of course all the members of Team Valor went in for 4 spies. Why am I not surprised?
I mean, it's Valor. Are you really gonna be surprised? Are you really surprised? Nope, nobody is. Nobody is going to be. And this is gonna be a little bit of a tricky one. Coley, his grenade bounces off of Hunter, but Hunter dies. Whoa,
that's a 900 IQ.
That's still a trick. No, oh my. Okay, Cortez.
Okay, remember Cortez picking up this judge against Velocity? Oh yeah, it's happening again.
Oh man. This is going to be an interesting round indeed. 3 versus 3. Valor with their force buy might have just sufficed enough to get past FS. And there's Buster adding on to that misery.
What is wrong with the boombot?
That boombot just lost its senses. And there's Headshot losing his brains. Cortez, he might be on 100 HP healed up, but there's nothing he can do with that judge at that range. And that's going to be the end of that round. 1-1, and Split starts off with a blow for each team.
Hey. This is called a little bit of a questionable situation from my side. A lot of different things happened that I don't really know about. The boombot just absolutely glitching out at the bottom end, making a lot of noise. My range is getting flabbergasted at that, and then suddenly 2 seconds later, headshot dies, and then there's Cortez being like, "Oh, I'm a lighthouse now." He's turning left, he's turning right. He's just signaling everyone to come in and just kill him at that point. It's a 1-in-1 on the scorecard. Beautiful force by round down through. They're gonna be good and carry that momentum forward as well. Jane's good for 1. Bullet's gonna be good for a second. Headshot, okay, living up to his namesake. He's gonna be able to shut down 2 more. Shots were clean, but still, the kills were just not gonna be enough. Buster.
Hunter knows. Oh, the timing a little too close, but he's gonna be able to take him down. Picks up the upgraded pistol, and that's gonna be the end of that round. Number 2 for Valor, as they set in for cruise control, but they need to be careful because immediately here is a full buy coming in from FS. The defenders have what they need, and given that they have even grenades, 2 grenades in particular, to their usage. I really want to know, you know, if you compare the utility kit between these 2 teams. Sova, not really that much of a pick on this map, right? But KO and Raze, those grenades and their utility is so powerful. You can disable your opponents, and you can just like throw in grenades. You can throw in satchels. You even have the showstopper. And overall, FS look like they have the more explosivities that's going to help them on the attack. So if Valor need to find value, it has to be right now in this first half. Pull out as many runs as possible. And that's the only way you'd maybe get off on defense. Because with a Raze and KO combo, it's going to be really difficult to hold off those grenades, flashes, and jumping, flying in. Cactus survives with just a small little gap to sit in as he hears all of his opponents running towards heaven. He's gonna be able to take down 1. No, he's detected. Down to 47 HP. And Valor are kind of playing this confusingly as Coley, he enables his ultimate, and that's gonna give Cactus something to fight with. 1 kill, but that's all he's gonna find.
That was a kill that he really needed to get as well. Get that 1-for-1 trade at the bare minimum. Send it down over to a 3 versus 3. Because now the odds are decently even. And they can slowly go in for a push. Cody on a massive lurk. But that lurk is just not going to be helping him as much if he doesn't do it a lot more quickly. The spike timer is already ticking on down. They only have, I think, about 30 seconds left. It's already been 15 seconds. They spot out 1. Cody's going to be able to get a freebie. And that's the first freebie that they needed. Get into the side, going for the kills, but JN, he could be a menace! JN gets 1, but that's it. They're probably gonna die now.
1 enemy remaining.
Time. It's over.
Clutch.
It is.
This is what I meant, Universe. Coley took way too long on the flank. If you want to go in for a flank like this, you need to do it preemptively when they're still entering into the site. Because if you wait for until the spike plant goes down and then you try to go in for a 3 versus 3 retake, it's never gonna work out for you.
Oh man, Valor, they played the clock and they played it well. That round was really confusing, to be honest. They went multiple ways and ended up towards A, where Cactus found 1 kill. But after that, his teammates took a little too long. And here's an early Hunter's Fury from Hunter. And no value whatsoever. And Cactus walks straight into the crosshair of JN. And Valor are going to be taking every single mistake that FS make into their arms with as much happiness.
Obscuring vision.
Now, with the push coming on down through from their side, push-ups are gonna be... Ooh, Buster. His head could just get taken clean off of his own shoulders, but still, no. That's not really the case here now, is it? Swings out. Maybe go for one kill, but it's shot. Just a little bit too over aggressive from his end. Gets caught napping though, Buster. Cole's gonna be the one to take him on out already. 3 versus 4 situation on the map. Switches out on a couple of guards that he's gonna juggle it to his teammate. Yeah, this is the type of teammate that we need in our lives. Come on. Like, these are the type of teammates that you want to hope for. They could go in for a save, honestly. Going in for a save is not really a bad idea here.
Yeah, but they want the exit frags, and there's not more than one that they're gonna get. The weapon juggling, it's not gonna find any value. And here we are. Number 4 for Valor. And immediately, side of FS feel the pressure. They need to win this round, otherwise it's gonna be another one of those loopholes that we remember. Aggressive, the one that we all talk about. The buy and eco, the buy and eco, buy and eco.
Fall into this loop. You know that they're just gonna break apart. The fact that FS have a composition that facilitates their defensive side a lot more in comparison to the attack, it's gonna be difficult because... Ooh, this is not looking that good for them. They need to win this round, not just to stabilize their own rounds, but also just to get that economy up, because looking at the eco, man, they're bankrupt. They're pretty much running on loan money at this point. They need to swing out, they need to get those frags, and they need to find everything they can for themselves, because if Team Valor are able to run away with this round, things are just not going to be looking good, and it's going to be Cactus being able to step up. Good for one more.
Oh boy.
Cactus, he's just going to be good for more. Give him the ace. Come on, Cactus, swing out. Come on, Cody. I want the ace sound. Cactus, give it to the man. Swing it, going for the kill, but no, Coley, not again. God damn it, Coley.
Coley, you didn't have to do that, my friend, but Cactus did a great job of single-handedly finding that round for his team. FS needed to win that to get out of economical hell, and win they have. Dominic was the only casualty, I believe. Was Dominic the only casualty? I believe. Yeah, I think so.
No, I think there was one more person who did die. It was Edshot and Dominic. I saw 3 people still alive on the defense.
Yeah. So right now, FS, an interesting approach, moving in towards mid. Oh, and Bullet, he's gonna go down. That's a great kill. That is a great kill. Expecting that was brilliant. And JN has crawled in towards heaven. He's got an alarm bot that could throw things in the mix for him, but that smoke allows him to run away. But they know he's here. Crawled all the way towards spawn. Timing of the essence. Coley struggles a little, but finds him.
I have the spike.
As Valor pick up the spike now in this 3v5 and regroup towards mid. What have you got now? What can you do from here?
So instead he wants a race, swing out, going for that first kill, going for that first shot, Cortez. Come on, man, you need this kill. No. He dies out, but still, Team Valor, they have their chance. They can easily run on down in. They could go into forward positions, but if they are not able to take down the menace known as Cactus, it's not gonna be good at Cactus. Look at his crispy aim. Look at his headshots. Mwah. That's all that I have to say.
Manual reset.
Well, Coley requested for the reset, and there it is.
Manual
Reset,
reset, but okay.
I mean, a round is basically a reset, right?
Technically, in this situation, it is. Both teams have the money. They're going to be going in for buys, and it's pretty much as if nothing has really happened. What has happened, though, instead, is another round going in the favor of the side of FS. They have their defensive hold set up. They know what they need to expect, and if Cactus is such a strong anchor, I have no clue how all the members of Valor are going to try and run into the site. His anchor capabilities scare me, dude. It really does.
Well, for now, he's not anchoring the site. They will let this go. They're going straight for the retake as JN takes out Coley. Buster finds another. Here comes the showstopper, and JN is gonna go down even though he's in the air. The Boombot to take out a little bit of information. Not gonna be too much though, as here's the defender Killjoy putting the lockdown towards the A main side.
This is
gonna
so
throw them
beautiful.
in the mix.
Last player standing.
What?
Oh boy, Dominic needs to check under him, but Hunter is not gonna even let that happen as he puts up number 5, and it's getting dicey out here. It's going back and forth.
I love the plan that they had for this round. FS, they knew that, okay, maybe if we can get our way down towards the A main sideline, we can place a Killjoy lockdown where the attackers normally place their lockdown, clear out the entire side that way, and back everyone into a corner. But Cortez, he jumped into the site way too early, and Dominic was holding from heaven still when he knows for a fact that all the members that ran into the site will be running on towards the CT angle instead. No one was at defender side at spawn.
Recovering it.
The plan was there, but the execution was horrible. FS, they need to work on that strategy just a little bit more. I love it. The plan was insane, but execution-wise, just looked pretty half-baked.
Well, that's gonna cost them to play on a little bit of a, I don't know what to call this Byte. Dominic does not have armor. Buster's taking out Cortez with that judge, so that's one weapon down. And because of that, FS are already a man down. Valor are rotating towards A. JN's already waiting there for his teammates. As Coley clears out the bottom mid side, he's gonna go towards A himself. As Hunter, the only man sticking towards B, is trying to fake it with his drone. And a cosmic device been put in towards the entirety of both sides, which is more towards A. I want to say, but it looks unlikely that this is going to work in their favor. Valor need to be careful. 4 versus 4. The revival has come in, so Cortez is here as well. And he's got a utility that can work for them. Timing of the essence. Coley needs to look right. He finds only the one. And Pasha and Hunter hold down the ground.
One enemy remaining.
But with that kill, Cortez has done more than enough. All he needs to do is stay alive, and that's about it. And he's done it.
Cortez, he's playing
What
with
is
fire.
this
The
round?
shock starts. What? And he gets the kill as well?
What
Okay,
the hell was
Cortez?
that round?
That was just a flurry of kills going all over the place. Hunter just rushing on down through from the side of A Heaven, being able to shut down 3. But it was just not enough now, was it? Cortez just came in at the very last second. And he's like, oh, hello there. I'm the judge, I'm the jury, and I'm also the executioner. Puts his judge in his face and just blasts him with all the pellets, sending him down over to Kingdom Come. 4 and 5, that's all that they needed. FS, they're now back once again on the driver's seat. But for how long is the real question, because both of these teams, they're trading blows back and forth. But you know what happens when you have a lot of back and forth rounds now, don't you, Universe? Your economy, it just starts to go into the dumpsters.
Yep, Buster finds Cactus jumping away. And that's gonna give him a little bit of a room to work with as he gets away into the winds. Coley is trying to hold off this A side as Bullet peeks him out. But what he doesn't know is that JN's already in sight. And Cortez is gonna take out Buster and Wentz, but he doesn't know that there's somebody behind him as well. Valor all over the map right now. And with that flank going down, it's another 3v3 yet again.
What is happening when it comes out in terms of the map control? Look at where the members are. They're just all running around all over the place. Good walk, though, coming on down through from the side of the Astra. Does get some control, and JN gets a Coley catching him off guard completely. He had no business being there, but the shots were still fine. The shots were still dandy. One on the top, one at the very bottom. JN's gotta be good for 1. How did he get this kill? How did he get away with it? Dominic, you were just right above him.
It's just a little bit of an unfortunate POV thing. He couldn't see him in the first bit. And then he got back straight into it. He realized as soon as his teammate came to help him. And Dominic could do nothing but die. You know, if you do want to know how exactly that astral wall is, you know, the perfect wall. How do you know if an astral wall is the perfect wall? Can you create one-ways with it?
Oh, and in this situation, this was a perfect one-way for them as well to work with. I completely agree with you there. But for now, I think that one-ways are not the thing that's going to save them, because Team Valor, they have the better guns, and they're hunting the heads. Maybe the other way around sometimes.
Well, one way after the other, Valor are still finding their way. Another 3v3, and another situation where Valor have the upper hand. The ultimate going down as well to confirm this round for them and maybe get the lead. This is the penultimate round of the first half, as FS are struggling. There's nothing that Cactus and Cortez have right now that's going to allow them to fight this. But Cactus, he does take out one. Cortez picks up a weapon, but Hunter is still around the corner. And Cactus is on a roll himself. The Killjoys are in motion here. And it's going to be Buster to win out that battle. Unfortunately for Cactus, he was down low for only one bullet to kill him. And that's going to be the end of that round. 7-4. And possibly 8-4.
Now time. Can you take it home, FS? You need to show us right here and right now. Your composition relies on having the most, let's say, smallest round differential possible. I was hoping for a 6-6 scoreline, because there's no way that FS could have gone in for a full-scale assault with this composition on their own defensive side. So, in that sense, if they're able to take this 7-5, I'm going to give them the benefit that, okay, maybe you're going to be the ones to go in for a win here, Cortez! He's just that good, and Coley just comes on down with his own movement to be the thing that shuts down Pasha. Last player remaining is going to be Pasha. Pasha is going to be good for 1 kill, but that's all that he's going to be able to get, because there's 3 more angry members on the side of FS still hunting him down. They want his blood, and it's going to be Cactus who wants his head. Deals a good chunk of damage, but that's it. He's going to make the rotation, and headshot. He heard all of it. Relays every bit of information to his teammates, being like, hey boys, he's going in for a wraparound. And I think I'm going to get myself a free head to boot as well.
Obscuring concealment.
3, 2, 1.
Good enough.
Pop it.
Well,
Grenade out.
it is a good half indeed, as both
Switching
the
sides.
teams are telling each other. 7-5, with the Valor leading the charge. And for good reason too. I said this earlier as well, that Valor really needed to find themselves a dominant half, or at least a leading half, first half, on the attack. Because on the defense, they're going to have a lot of problems by this FS side. Coley, Cortez, and Dominic. These 3 guys, along with the slow orbs of headshot, are going to be a problem. Because Coley has grenades and flashes. He's got the 0 point to disable the opponent from throwing in any utility. They've got Cortez with the explosivities. And Dominic with the gravity wells to make them vulnerable, as well as a little bit of a movement fuzzy, you know, movement fuzziness. Here we go. They're going straight in. There's that grenade. There's that gravity well. And there's that kill as I talked about it. Hunter and Pasha Sile, though. They pull it back. Bullet! He gets 2, and Valor just absolutely decimate them on the head. What the hell happened? As I lose my voice.
The main thing that happened here is that first of all, you lost your boys. Second of all, they all rushed in towards the side of A Heaven, where there was already a triple stack just sitting there. And then the quad feed just came in as well from the other side. Bullet just came up from vents, and he's like, oh, a firing range. Oh, I see a couple of bots running inside of here as well. Just click, 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 click. A right click to boot. Missed out on a couple of shots on the last one, but it's completely fine because the cleanup queue was already there. 5-8. Possibility of a 5-9.
Party's over.
Right off the get go, because JN is just that good.
One enemy
Well,
remaining.
it looks like it's going to be
Spike down, mid.
training day here. Towards mid. One small little gap in the wall is equal to shooting gallery. And Cactus, the last man standing, is going to eat the bullets of Bullet. Probably. Nope. He's going to eat the bullet of JN. Takes out only the one. That's completely okay. Valor are in absolute control of the pace of this game right now. And FS are struggling to keep up.
FS.
What do you think they need to do here, Aggressive? How do they get back into this game? They've been so good the first 2 games.
The main thing that I really want to see from FS is just a little bit more synchronization when it comes down to their utility usage. Currently, what is FS even doing? They're rushing in together as a squad. They're just throwing out their utility and hoping for the best. That's not how you're going to be winning these fights, especially against a team of Team Valor's capabilities. You need a way of trying to force this Sova off, because this Sova feels as though Hunter has just gotten into their heads, man. He's playing mind games with them. They don't know where to stand against this Sova. They're taking so much chip damage because of the shock darts alone. Look at the HP. It's almost non-existent.
It is Bullet. Okay, what? Bullet just got sprayed down straight through that wall. He did not even expect it. And that's 2 kills that the side of Valor have given away early on. And there's another. Cortez finds it. This bonus round is falling apart, but Pasha, he pulls it back. What?
Enemy remaining.
Pasha gives his team the advantage. And now it's all on top.
What?
No.
These are the type of heroics that you just cannot make up. Okay, the thing is, Universe, this round was played out beautifully by all the members of FS. But right at the very end, Pasha isolated. Pasha didn't isolate everyone. Every 1v1. FS gave every single 1v1 towards the side of Pasha. And he got all of the kills. The trade came in way too late. You cannot take FS as accountable for any of this, because Pasha just showcased his mechanical skill and he just got away with it. Tell me, in what situation does the high ground not give you an advantage? I think Obi-Wan Kenobi lied. Having the high ground does not give you an advantage. Especially when there's a player like Pasha on the other side.
I guess.
What
yes,
is this?
Buster.
Jumping jacks?
It wasn't him that got the kill though. It was Buster. But the bait was successful. And there's one. And that one is not going to move. He does not care. There's a kill from JN. Bullet is going to get the kill with the judge. He is going to be rejoicing. And he is honored by the 1 kill that he got. And that's number 11. And at this point, Aggressive, I'm going to have to ask the age-old question that I always do. Do you think it's over?
I think
it's the same question, but in a different iteration. That's all. Do you think it's over, or do you think there's a comeback?
I'm saying no. JN, he has an operator in his hand. Bullet's holding it down with a judge. They have proper positions, and not having a jet will make these entries a lot more difficult as well. Yeah, KO can facilitate a lot of different pushes and allow the team to push in together as a unit, but is that what you really need? Not really. You need something a bit more different, but JN? Too much aggression. Curiosity just killed the cat.
Most certainly did. Coley could be that other cat as both of them dumped down. Hunter will find one, and Coley trades it out as Bullet immediately finds the revive onto JN. And Headshot knows he cannot go for it. 4 versus 3. Almost an immediate establishment of that, and look at where Buster is sitting. He's the one man that will make the difference here.
Get in the smoke. Do it. Get in the smoke. Do it.
He expected no, and he's gonna go towards the other side, and now he's stuck in a horrible place. Cannot do anything. 3 versus 3 given. Plant going down, and here's the retake with the Cosmic Divide. But
why are they going alone?
Well, it comes out. JN finds one. Pasha with the follow-up. It's all onto Headshot. They know he's around this corner. He doesn't know where they are. He sees one. He sees the other. Almost sprays him down. Pasha takes him out. No, he still got time to play with. Pasha can still work this around a little bit more. Headshot wants to get the classic kill, and Pasha is just running with
What?
the Vandal.
What?
Not
Why?
the best choices.
Man, I have nothing to say. I actually have nothing to say. Do you have anything to say?
I mean, in my mind, I've got a billion things, but no. I guess there's
I think
a
they
lot.
know what they did wrong. I don't think we need to tell them what they did wrong here. But for the audience sake, first mistake already was Bullet swinging in without his teammates behind him. Second mistake was both of them sitting inside of the smoke. Third mistake was
Yes,
Foley
sir.
just casually getting a kill there.
Coley is back online. He has been revived by Sage. And he's got another revived Sage. But Cheyenne takes out Coley immediately straight after.
Hey, he has another revive. Come on. Pick him back up for
Go
the
on,
second time.
pick him up. Yeah, pick him up. But they're eating a lot of damage here. Cortez, he gets away. He won't get the heal. Nope.
Oh,
Headshot. Headshot goes straight down. And one man who is standing towards mid, one man standing towards A. The entire side of FS has been split across into 3 different parts. And they're converging towards towards B in a pyramid. And Pasha Sahil has let one slip in. This is not good.
Concealment.
Dominic has got advantage. And he will find the advantage further on, multiplying. And Pasha Sahil's going to be wondering how the hell did that
One
happen.
enemy remaining.
But he stabilizes, covers up for his mistake. And they're going to find match point. Valor a step away from victory. And FS don't even have money to fight. This is just the end, it looks like, at least.
This is the end. How do you fight on the map was split with just 1 Sheriff, 3 Spectres, and 1 Phantom? That's all that you have. This is gonna be difficult. 6 and 12. If you're not able to win out on this round, there's nothing. You're kicked out of this entirety of the game. The Gauntlet season number 3 is over for you. Just need to hope for something better in season number 4. But FS, I don't think they're ready to give this one up just
You
yet.
should
They have
run.
showcased so much through all of their games, and if they fall here, it's gonna be a heartbreak. Buster, he's gonna be the first one to get this kill. They have full control of mid, but
You will not kill
what do they do
my
with the
ally.
mid control? Where do they want to go?
Fire in the hole.
Well, it looks like they are going towards B with that showstopper leading the charge. Oh no!
Oh no.
Cortez, even though he hits it towards himself, he's gonna stay, he's gonna at least cover it up with 1 kill. And it's all on to Bullet,
Oh my
he
God,
finds
Bullet.
2!
Enemy remaining.
Sprays down the last one, no, it's gonna be Buster! And
Defenders
Valor
win.
drop the side of FS from this tournament.
It just took 2 seconds. Like, not even 2 seconds. It took like 10 seconds. Perfect camera angle from the side of the observers, man. We knew what was up. 1 mistake, and it's already over. FS, they just crumbled under the pressure. They were just not expecting any of this to go on down through. It's just... It's done. It's dusted. And FS, they're out.
They are. They fought this hard and long, but it just wasn't enough. It could have gone the other way if they had taken an early lead in split, but I don't know what the hell happened. They just slipped up on split, and that just led to their demise in pretty much half of the rounds over there. 13-6 is a landslide victory of sorts, at least. I would like to consider this because it was Valor all over. As we go into the highlights, we're going to see it yet again, and you're going to see what I meant by Valor taking most of it, because from the beginning itself, I didn't see FSESPORTS putting in as much pressure as they could have, because I really thought that the side of Valor were on top of things. You know, Cortez might have clutched out this round. This was the first round where it came in. But Valor, with that force by in the second round, they immediately hit back. And then you could see that, you know, they had that force in them. They went 5-2 up, and they kept on pushing their lead. FS did hit back, but up to what point? 7-5, they finished the half. Respectable, but not enough. With just one round of the second half, they could not put in any more. They were drained, fatigued, and done and dusted. And it was only rounds like these, you know, individualities that were shown by players like Cactus that came in for a couple of rounds where they were saved. But in the end, it was Valor's team effort that came in through, and they're going further in the lower brackets.
Team Valor, they were just a better team here. Team play and coordination came on point. Individual performances, though, from FS, they were just insane. Like, FS knew what they needed to do on an individual level, but did they know what they needed to do when it came down to together as a team? Not really. It felt as though this time around, Cortez, he was just pushing himself a little bit too much. He wanted to be the hero in a lot of these different situations. He wanted to be the entry fragger. He wanted to make a difference here. And yes, in multiple different rounds, he was able to do exactly that because these paint gel, these grenades that he was throwing on out got so much value, got so much space for his own team, but that's all that he got. He just got space, nothing else. It's just a heartbreaking tale for FS because a team with this much potential, they had what it took to try and bring this one back. But at the very end, Team Valor, they just knew what they needed to do on their own accord as well. Just set up those crossfires, just wait for FS to make the mistakes. And as soon as they made the mistake, you snap your finger, everyone's just dead there and then. Team Valor, they took it out on a 13-6 scoreline. Hunter leading the charge on the Sova, once again proving me wrong that possibly Sova's the best character in the entirety of Split.
Well, it does look like it. 19, 16, 16, 15. This is what I was talking about. Team effort all across the place. And Team Valor, well, they are victorious and will move on in the group standings. Brackets, rather. We will have a look at that soon enough. But FSESports, this is the end of their journey. 13-10, 13-11, and 13-6. It's been a hell of a hard-fought first two maps, but the third one was where Valor triumphed with their last bit of energy left in them. And now let's have a look at the brackets. And there it is. Valor will be evaded by either one of the losers of Velocity or Enigma. And that is going to be another game.
I think they're going to be raring to go up against Enigma. That revenge story could be served up cold or it could be served up hot. We don't even know. Phoenix has risen from the ashes once again, and Team Valor, they make their way down over towards the second match for the lower brackets. But ladies and gentlemen, we're not done just yet now, are we? We just finished one incredible best of 3. We still have another one to go. It's right around the corner. It's just in exactly 20 minutes. That's why you have to rush through a lot of these because don't really forget, Team Exploit versus Weird is something that you don't really want to miss. I'm pretty sure that Universe, he's already raring to go, and he wants to take this engagement already, just like the players, as they're going to be getting ready for this server. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a short break. We're going to be setting everything up for this next game. It's been a long one. It's been a long 3 sets here. And I'm pretty sure that Universe is really tired and he's going to get himself a can of Red Bull by scanning that QR code down below. And as he's going to be scanning that, as he's going to get himself energized, make sure you back at home also hit that like and also hit that subscribe button to get notified when we do get live as well, because you don't want to miss out on any of the action being brought to you by the Esports Club now, do you? And as you're going to be going on down there, pressing all of those buttons, make sure to check out the links from the side of Crucial, 656, Cosmic Byte, and of course, get yourself download on Aimlab as well. But for now, we're going to be signing on off, and we're going to be back with you real shortly with the Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 3 powered by Crucial. Our apparel partners is 656, accessory partner is Cosmic Byte, and our esports partner is none other than Aimlab. We'll catch you soon enough. Nice.